If it's not live, I'll have to look into that. Let's get into the game. There we go. Now we are in the Octarine Parrot, which is a nasty little pub here in Ankh-Morpork. We have already talked a little bit to Sapphire today. We're going to be talking to Rob Brydon himself, Mankin, who is a half-elf, very surly, very rude. We'll get up to speed with him. Look at the way he trudges over. Oh dear. It's too much effort for Lewton.
The bartender was a half-elf called Mankin, and I knew he wouldn't appreciate someone coming into his place and asking questions. Fortunately, I didn't care what he appreciated.
Much more cynical tone to this game, as you can probably tell. Lola is likening Mankin to Guy Mansley. It might not be a million miles away, to be honest.
Can I help you? You could sell me a drink. What's your poison? I'd prefer whiskey straight with a whiskey chaser. You didn't come here to drink, did you? Well, I didn't come here for the sparkling conversation. Most of the customers go squeak, squeak.
It's Rob Brydon talking to Rob Brydon. Excuse me, that end of the conversation caught me off guard and I had a mouthful of lemon juice.
This seems like a nice place. No, it doesn't. It seems like what it is. A wretched hive of scum and villainy. It's tough to get to the top in that field. You could have that on a sign outside. Come to the Octarine Parrot, the most wretched hive of scum and villainy this side of the Ankh. Are you being funny? Apparently not. You look a little nervous. I can't shake the feeling that sooner or later someone is going to get their arm cut off.
Now, to answer Narakilo in chat, not quite mice. The patrons are mostly rats. When we came in just at the end of last week into this pub, Lewton was remarking there are rats in the walls, there are rats outside of the wall. There are just rats everywhere. They're not rendered, you can't see them, but it's an unclean dive bar.
Have you always owned the parrot? No. It used to be a troll bar. I took over the place after the riots. Did you keep any of the staff? Sure. I kept anyone who wanted to stay and wasn't too badly injured by the riots. But there's something about a group of rioting trolls that makes people reluctant to walk back into a place. Or indeed unable. Did you keep any singers on the staff? Only Sapphire.
Sapphire is the troll we saw on the stage.
Tell me about Sapphire. Why don't you just talk to her yourself? Just don't bother her while she's working, alright?
It's such a tone difference to the last Discworlds we've been doing. We've got like a proper dialogue selection. It's not all jokes. Conversations are actual conversations, that kind of thing. There's still clues in there and there's still jokes, but it's a much more cynical and kind of low-key kind of... Yeah, to answer Skiffy in chat, we touched on the beginnings of Discworld Noir right at the end of last week's stream when we unexpectedly finished Discworld 2 way quicker than I thought. So we kind of segued straight into this. So the VOD for that is all live and this, that and the other. We're not that far in. Essentially what's happened is we've been asked to find a man named Mundy. We are on the Mundy case. A troll has come up and asked us to find someone called Therma as well. There are a series of mysterious murders going on across Ankh-Morpork. Here are the people we've met so far. Carlotta is our client.
Beautiful, seductive, and dangerous. Carlotta was worth a stare. She was trouble.
And then we've been followed around by a little dwarf called Alkali. Mundy is the man who we are seeking. Mundy is the man we've been hired to find by Carlotta.
Carlotta had hired me to track down Mundy. At the beginning, that was pretty much all I knew about him.
So while I've got this notebook open, this is a huge interface and much bigger than the inventory. Most adventure games you have an inventory and that's kind of what you're going to be using to use with people and that kind of thing. In Discworld Noir it's a lot more ideas based, so I can pick up an idea from the book, give it straight to him.
If he'd seen him. He told me that he hadn't. Maybe I could trust him. A half-elf doesn't need to make any more enemies.
I can also ask him about the milker.
Do you know anything about the milker? If you asked fewer questions, maybe you'd get more answers.
So, in the majority of cases, you know, people won't know what you're talking about. You can ask about someone called Carlotta, who's our client. Does he know our client?
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta? I know a lot of people. That doesn't mean I want to talk about them with you.
As you can see, Mankin's a bit of a knob, so he's not really... So in our actual inventory, there's almost nothing of use. There's this scrap of paper we found as a clue. which I happen to know is important. We don't really have it. So we have also combining objects in the inventory doesn't really happen, but combining ideas in the notebook does. So once we're outside of this conversation, I'll be able to take the notebook out, and if I drag, for example, Alkali onto Malachite, Lewton will attempt to put those two pieces of information together and see if he makes a breakthrough.
It's not often I see a half-elf bartender. Be honest. It's not often you see a half-elf. Okay, you got me. What's the deal? I don't like to talk about it. I thought elves were supposed to be irrepressibly likable, so that they can get away with whatever acts of cruelty they want. Like cats. Well, I'm not an elf, alright? That's the problem, isn't it? Everyone can see that you've got elf blood in you, but you've got none of the advantages. All you get is people's prejudice. I don't like your manner. I'm not selling it.
Straight in with the racism from Lewton. It doesn't even go anywhere, just racist to Mankin and that's it. Now Akilo in chat is asking, what do you know about milking? Milking, sir. There's a ship called the Milker, so you can make the joke Milker, I barely knew her, that kind of thing.
Does this mean anything to you? A tiny piece of cardboard? It means you've got far too much time on your hands.
Now that comes into things a bit later.
Can you read this? Nope.
Alright. Worth asking. I don't know what language that's in. It might be Agatean. Inquisitive Stranger, Alkali.
What do you know about a dwarf named Alkali? I know a lot of people. That doesn't mean I want to talk about them with you.
The reason I'm pressing Mankin quite hard is I know from experience he's one of these bartenders who has seen a lot of stuff. And he does have information we need. But as you can see, he's very standoffish. So he's not just going to hand it over.
Do you know anything about the Milker? If you asked fewer questions, maybe you'd get more answers.
But we're
I
not...
read that somewhere.
Yeah, right. We're not gonna... If I go to the very, very front page, I think I can skip straight ahead. We're looking for someone called Therma as well. We've been asked. Therma is a troll, so that might actually help.
Do you know someone named Therma? She used to sing here. That'd be before my time. Sapphire might know. She knew all the troll singers from back before I took over the parrot. Do you know of a troll who goes by the name of Malachite? Tall, terse, and dense, in both senses of the word. Might have been one of the customers from when this used to be a troll bar, but I wouldn't know him if he was.
You really walked into this blank slate style, didn't you? What else have we got? Do you know anything about all the murders that happen? I mean, asking about a murder in Ankh-Morpork is very nondescript. This is unlikely to work.
Do you know anything about the recent murders? Only what you're about to tell me. You're not very helpful, are you? Just because I don't want to help you doesn't mean I'm not helpful generically. Say, I do like your hard-boiled dialogue. How long do you boil it? About 12 minutes from when the water begins to bubble.
There's a Discworld joke for you. Just to remind you, we're still in Pratchett land. Yeah, I think come as far as we can with this imbecile. So we're going to be heading on. Quite a tone shift from our little silly island as well, isn't it? Right, Sapphire. Mankin has a point. I have forgotten to talk to you. Lewton walks very slowly. However, in summer, I played the PS1 version of this, which has way more loading screens, but Lewton walks a lot quicker. It's very weird. It's like
Good to see you again, Sapphire.
Feelings neutral, I'm sure.
Let's take a look. What have we got? Here we go. No, I need the troll page. Oops, I need the troll page. It's one of those things because it's a low res. Oh my god. Hello, Sapphire. I've come to tell you something.
I don't suppose you'd know a big troll called Malachite.
Sure, he troll a few words, 'cause he don't know that many.
Do you know where I could find him?
Sapphire not seen him in years, but you try Rodin's workshop. He used to hang out there.
That saxophone solo means we've found a new place to go. Which is going to be very useful.
Have you heard of a troll singer named Therma? She used to work here.
Huh, a troll singer named Therma.
What's so funny?
Nothing. Sure, Sapphire know her.
Know where I could find her?
Try morgue. She dead. Her house on Tallow Street collapsed while back now. Weed trials may be tough, but we're not indestructible. Rumors say she was practicing her moves and knocked out load-bearing Bean. Brought whole place down on top of her. That's why Sapphire never practiced.
That's the only reason.
That, and I don't wanna.
Know where she's buried?
Sapphire don't know, but think they buried her under stage name Madame Lodestone.
Madame Lodestone?
Sure, on account of how attractive she was.
Troll culture is very, very rock-based. Now we've got a new clue for talking to Sapphire. It looks like I didn't interrogate Sapphire anywhere near as thoroughly as I should have.
So Therma performed here under the name Madame Lodestone.
Who are you, the narrator? I told you that already.
Just checking. Go on, she rude. They recorded that especially. They could have done one of these, oh, I don't know, just generic sort of things. And they decided, no, we're going to have a sarcastic axe.
I'll be back.
I'm noticing in chat, Lola, you redeemed a pup clip video. Did it actually fire off? I was a bit engrossed. Or did it misfire? Because I'm using a slightly different setup for this screen right now. And it might have misfired. So if it didn't go through, just let me know. And I will make sure that I bring one up anyway. The guffs are definitely working though. There's been some behind the scenes bargaining, and the guffs have been made cheaper to help Lola out. There we go. Let's talk back to Mankin about Madame Lodestone, and then we can start heading off to some new locations. With new clues, it's much more slow-paced and low-key than the other Discworld games.
I'm back, so I can see.
If I do this, we're just going to repeat the conversation as far as I know, but sometimes that's necessary. A lot of the dialogue is kind of extended on in the notebook. The notebook's really, really central to all of this.
Heard of a troll singer named Madame Lodestone? Sooner or later, you're gonna get tired of me telling you to talk to Sapphire.
Oh, how rude. So we've got a wholesome pup clip and this very rude little guy. What mode of bargaining can I do to get my redeems cheaper? Or what kind of bargaining? Skippy asked in chat. I don't know. I'm still toying with what Zimbinis cost what, so I think I need to... I'm still feeling out what's economically fair versus... I'm not really good enough at Twitch to know how many points one gains over time. But while the channel's relatively young, I imagine I should probably drop a few prices here and there. Right, we're heading back to Ankh-Morpork itself, and it is drizzling it down once again. Can I do the trick yet if I return to where I came from? There's a certain thing I need to unlock. No, that doesn't happen yet. Okay. God, she's singing away. Now you're saying you get a few hundred for a whole stream, not quite sure. Okay, alright. I can tinker with that. I could tinker with that between sessions today, or prepare it for Zumbini Friday, of course. Let's see, if we go to the office. There's Rodin's workshop. This is a new location. This is what we need. I hope you like tapping noises, because I'm going to be hearing them a lot. Everything's 90s CGI in here. Here he is. Come on, Lewton.
All I knew about the statue was that it was a work in progress. At first glance, Rodin looked like a typical sculptor. On closer examination, I decided he was much less.
He's got quite the intricate machine. And back here is our old buddy, Malachite, who is our other client. He just walked up to us in the middle of the night, loomed over us in his huge troll way, and demanded we find Therma.
For some reason, there was a grappling iron on the floor near Malachite.
This is an adventure game, and I'm going to need it.
In it, even if it had plot device written across it in large letters. I don't know why I thought stealing the grapple would be easier than talking to Malachite. It wasn't. Malachite was the biggest troll I'd ever seen. Actually, Malachite was the biggest living thing I'd ever seen, and possibly the dumbest, too. You're
And
a
there you
tough
go.
troll to find, Malachite. You could say something. Okay, so I'll do the talking. So how you been keeping, Malachite? Okay, I guess you don't want to talk about that. This where you're staying at the moment?
Going to be a lot of this.
I guess you're not going to talk about that either. Heard any good jokes recently? How many trolls does it take to change a lamp wick? Want me to give you a clue?
Wow. Yeah, let's get to it. Tell me about yourself, Malachite. I'm sure this will go well.
There didn't seem much point in asking Malachite about himself. He wasn't likely to say anything useful. Frankly, he wasn't likely to say anything. It was looking like the only way to get through to this guy was with a chisel.
Speaking of chisels, now Akilo in chat is commenting on Lewton's chin, which is indeed impressive. It's a weird one because it's all kind of 90s CGI'd up and shaded as best as they could back in the day. 1999, I think this came out. But everyone is still absolutely a cartoon character.
It'd be really useful if you could tell me something about Therma that I could use to find her.
Therma. Find Therma.
Yes, I know that part, but I need some leads if I'm going to find her.
Find Therma.
Malachite wasn't being very helpful, but he was tall and threatening, so I guess everyone has something going for them.
This guy is difficult.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think Therma might be dead. Her house collapsed. She's been gone a while. Are you going to say something?
Need to see the body.
The body?
Find Therma. Need to see body.
Okay, the body. No problem. Sheesh.
How do you get to see a troll's body? Do you...
Can you read this?
I wonder.
Don't know nothing about that.
Oh, that was a hanger-on. All right.
Always a pleasure talking at you, Malachite.
Right, now we've left that with Malachite. Let's go and talk to... Oh, it's over here. I thought the exit would be over there. Because he goes that way. Let's talk to Rodan. I'm coming over. I'm making my way. Lola's making some sadistic jokes in chat. Nearly there, Rodan. This is one problem with this game. Lewton takes ages to get anywhere.
You wouldn't happen to be Rodan, would you?
God, everyone's so ignorant. Come on. Oi, we're asking you a question, Rodan. Excuse me, sir. 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 I can't control this, by the way. This is the animation that's playing out before he will speak. Very, very slow-paced game. There we go.
I know that one. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Take your time.
Yes. Yes, I think I am Rodan. How can I be sure?
Beats me. I had a note from my mother the day they did philosophy at school.
You must conceive form in depth.
Why?
Do you know, I don't remember.
It figures.
What do you make of this?
I stared at the statue he was working on. Face to face with art, we shuffle our feet and apologize. We say, I don't know much about art, but I know what I like. Well, most people do. I can't even say I know what I like. But that's not the point. The point is that if knowing what you like is good enough for shoes and drinks and women, what's wrong with applying the same rule to art? I guess people don't like to look stupid. Personally, I think art's for guys who couldn't do basic maths.
Fair
Do you
and accurate.
like it?
Well, I don't know much about art. Sometimes I could be such a coward.
Now, Lewton, we need to get to the bottom of this Rodan, guys. Well, Rodan feels like he walked in out of Discworld 2. I've just realised this after playing them back to back. He's got that sort of hyper intelligent but forgetful
So you're a
thing
sculptor
going on.
then?
Yes. Yes. I'm reasonably sure I am. Something like that, anyway.
Why do I get the feeling that you aren't going to be much good at small talk?
Well, about that. However, you do know Malachite. He lives with you right now.
Do you know
Surely
a
you
troll
remember
named
this.
Malachite?
Rodan. Rodan.
Malachite. Malachite. It sounds familiar.
Your statue in the background
time.
is pointing at him.
I think he works for me.
Well done.
Or he did work for me. No, I think he must still work for me. Look, there he is over there.
Thanks. That's as good as it gets, is it? All right. What about Madame Lodestone?
Have you heard of a troll named Madame Lodestone?
Rodan, this is quite rude what you're doing, isn't it? Rodan, I'm afraid I must insist. Yeah?
Madame
Okay.
Lodestone, the fount of all relief. Relief. Relief to be observed and not outlined.
Something going on with this
Relief
bloke.
tours determination. That's the main thing. To hope, tremble, to be drunk. It's a man's life in the Imperial Artists.
You're not making any sense.
Sorry.
I like that. I might have to remember that. Next time someone accuses you of not making sense, just say sorry and go back to what you're doing.
Do you know anyone named Therma?
Rodan. Thank you.
Where do I know that name from?
It wasn't hard to lose patience with Rodan. Every day probably took him by complete surprise.
So, hang on, I've come out the book. Let's go through. He's not much help with the Therma case. Murders, he's a shut-in, he's unlikely to know about that. But this game will surprise you. Alkali, Carlotta, Mundy. He might know about Mundy.
Do you know anything about a man named Mundy?
Rodan. Rodan. Stop your creaking and your clunking, Rodan. Come on. Rodan, you were implicitly and directly asked a question. Thank you. Yep.
Where do I know that name from?
It wasn't hard to lose patience with Rodan. Every day probably took him by complete surprise.
I'm being a bit mean because you can skip all these animations and him just going, "Oh, I knew that name from," but I just want to really kind of impress upon you just what dealing with Rodan is like.
Do you know anything about the Milka?
So we'll try it the turbo way this time. Although, it still wants to do the, unless I can, no.
Ooh.
Oh no.
That's familiar.
Rodan wasn't good at remembering details like his name or my name or what year it was.
This is the thing. This guy has got a lot of key information, but dealing with him is a complete nightmare. As an intellectual, can you read this?
Can you read this?
Rodan. Rodan. Just blanked me. Now Akilo's decided Rodan is a favourite character. I like Rodan as well. I like
I
Rodan
guess
a
you
lot.
better get back to your work.
But he is of no help to a detective whatsoever. He's just doing his work. It's just, you know, that's how he wants to be. Right, we'll leave you to do it then. So unlocking this new location, this happens a lot in Discworld Noir. You unlock a new location. We had it with this pub as well, but nothing much is really happening there. So what you tend to have to do is start sort of sauntering around and finding other stuff, and then getting to the bottom of that. For example, we could nip by and see Nobby over in Sudopolis Yard. Now Akilo's likening themselves to Rodan and chat. We can speak to Nobby because Nobby is with the watch. He's our guy on the inside. So if we mention Madame Lodestone
Hello.
to him, there he is.
Hello.
Civilized as always. He might have some inside scoop on what happened to... I've already talked to him about these kinds of things. A dwarf named Alkali, he might know. Oh, he does know about Malachite. Malachite has a reputation on the streets of Ankh-Morpork, so let's talk to him about that too.
I don't suppose you know a troll named Malachite. Not Mount Malachite. Describe him. Big, tall, stupid, not very talkative. That's the one. He went down for theft years ago. I seem to remember he had an accomplice. An accomplice? Yeah. He denied it, but we all thought he was working with someone. I don't reckon he was the brains of the outfit. What happened? He escaped. Not that long ago either. As far as I know, he's on the lam. Why? You've seen him? No. Just interested.
Lewton's not a grass. Lewton's no grass. He ain't a
Have you heard of a
narc.
singer called Therma? Never heard of her.
Alright. The mysterious murders. I could press him for information, but I mean, it's quite nondescript right now.
Any word on these murders? Nothing yet. But our top investigators are working on the case 24 hours a day. Nobby? Yeah? Are you one of those crack investigators? Yeah. Why? Never mind. Just a thought.
Right, here we go. Malachite, Madame Lodestone. That's the one I actually came here for.
Have you ever heard of a troll by the name of Madame Lodestone? Madame Lodestone? No, there's a name I've not heard in quite a while. You know her then? Well, no. But I've heard of her. She died in some sort of construction mishap. A mishap, Nobby. Whatever. Anyway, if memory serves, they put her body in the Salachi Mausoleum.
Splendid.
I don't know how she ended up in such an exclusive establishment, but that's how I heard it. That doesn't sound very likely. You did ask.
New location, new location. With a lovely saxophone fanfare too. Right. Nobby was unusually useful. We could talk to him,
Catch you
but
later,
we did that
Nobby.
last time, and he's full of crap, this guy. He'll come into it a bit later, and it is useful having a man in the watch. But until we need him again, we're going to stride moodily out into the rain. Look at this giant building. Who knew this giant building on the map would come into it? But here it is. Vast.
The Salachi family mausoleum was one of the most beautiful buildings I'd ever seen.
Doesn't that look
Nestled
beautiful?
in a quiet part of the city of Ankh. It was unguarded because, quite frankly, no one in their right mind would do anything to offend the Salachi family, given their ties to the Assassin's Guild. It wasn't just something that wasn't done, it was also something that wasn't survived.
I don't know how on purpose it was, but there is this tendency in the Discworld the Discworld books and of course games to name everyone powerful after a vaguely Italian-sounding name. I'm not sure if it was done on purpose or not, but it is a running theme.
The central atrium of the mausoleum opened up so that you could see the sky. I guess on some nights it must have been quite a beautiful sight. But this wasn't one of those nights. I like the sky as much as the next man. but it wasn't exactly something I could pick up and put in my pocket.
Oh, you need to hustle harder. You want the sky, you got to go and take it. So, Madame Lodestone's in here somewhere.
The Salaci family mausoleum was full of tombs. More chambers, annexes, vaults, sepulchres, and catacombs than a thesaurus. I tried to find Therma's grave, but it was a waste of time. You'd need to be an expert in heraldry or genealogy to even begin to navigate around it. I'll say this for the nobility. They keep their dead well indexed.
Right, so now we have a clue, which appears to run along the lines of what the hell is happening here. Salaci
I
Mausoleum.
wanted to find where Therma was buried in the Salaci family mausoleum, but I needed someone who knew their way around a place like that. I knew the streets, but high society family trees were like women. Complex and incomprehensible.
Now's a good time to bring up, Lewton's a sexist, he doesn't like women, and he jokes about women a lot, so strap in. Now Akilo in chat is saying, he didn't say the best one, oubliette. Oubliette would be a wonderful name for a baby girl, especially a baby girl conceived in a cemetery. I agree. Swilling my juice. Right, so let's try and demonstrate what I'm talking about here with the clue. So I've picked up the clue now. The clue is essentially an object, and I can use it, like so. Or do I double click? I think I double click actually.
I knew that Madame Lodestone was buried in the mausoleum, which meant if Therma was Madame Lodestone, she was buried there.
This is how we make Lewton kind of combine ideas, and there's a lot of voice dialogue for all of it. I can even bring them out into the world. So for example,
I tried to find Therma's
that just
grave,
sends
but it
him
was a
around
waste
again.
of time.
Can I skip that? Yes, I can. Okay, that's a relief. So we know she's here, but not exactly where, and we're going to need to try and find some answers. I know from whom we can potentially get the answers, but we're not there yet. Now, the reason I'm pixel hunting under Lewton's office door is because every so often, without warning, he will get some mail. So sometimes you have to come back to his office and just check if he's received any mail. I really need to know how to get around that mausoleum, but we're not going to be doing it just yet. So we can turn our focus back to the Mundy case, and let's see. Is that horrible pirate captain in the Cafe Ankh? We could try that, I guess. Let's head back in the Cafe Ankh. I do like this street shop. We can double click to move a bit quicker. Here's our friend Samael. Can I talk to him yet? Lewton, you have got to hustle. Come on. You can do the thing where if you keep clicking, he sort of skates around as well. I shouldn't be doing that. I'm just complaining he's too slow already, and then doing that.
I decided not to disturb Samael while he was working.
That's fine. However, we have this unreadable label. Anyone over here? Someone comes here later, but they're not here yet. And then there's this friendly guy. Pirate cat. I don't think I need it. We're missing some information. I might be able to combine some clues. If I get stuck, essentially kind of what I was talking about earlier, if I get too stuck playing this, it usually means it's time to sort of take a moment, look in your notebook itself, and start combining the clues together. Unless we ask Nobby about the Salaci Mausoleum, that might be something. Or we could ask Rodan about it, but then Rodan's already proven relatively unreliable. Go back to the parrot, go back to the wharf maybe. We've got a lot more information than when we last spoke to this
Still here?
gentleman.
Not for much longer, I hope.
What do we got? What do we got? Hang on. Probably a bad idea, but
I decided it wasn't a good idea to give away the fact that I'd stolen aboard his ship.
yeah, we found that on board the ship. I didn't think he'd want to do that, but let's see. The murders, he won't know much about that. Have you heard of Malachite yourself?
Do you know a troll by the name of Malachite?
Doesn't ring any bells, I'm afraid.
Do you know anyone named Therma?
Doesn't ring any bells, I'm afraid.
He's not.
You wouldn't happen to know your way around the Salaci family
question.
mausoleum by any chance?
Sorry, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Alright, okay. He was the individual who helped bring Mundy into town. We don't have many leads on Mundy as yet.
I gave the description of Al-Khali
Aha.
to the first mate, and he recognized it.
Yeah, that's the dwarf who was asking about Monday before. Strange little fellow.
A word of advice. Don't use phrases like strange little fellow when you're talking about dwarves. Especially not drunken dwarves, or dwarves like Al-Khali who seem to think they're invulnerable.
Yeah, so now you can see Lewton has crossed out the inquisitive stranger clue because we've definitively learned this stranger was called Al-Khali.
What was strange about these passengers?
I don't know. One of them seemed kind of foreign. I mean, more foreign than most.
That's a very English conversation. A lot of conversations in England are like that.
Was there a man named Mundy on the last voyage?
It's funny you should ask that. You're the second person today to have an interest in Monday.
Who was the first?
A dwarf. He didn't give his name. I don't think he was from round here, though.
What about Mundy? What was he like?
I don't pry into the passenger's business. But for a man who came on board pretty happy, he seemed pretty unsettled when he left. Not that I blame him. Something was definitely amiss on this last voyage.
Do you know where he is now?
Monday? No. Like I said, I don't pry into passengers' business.
Unless you actually look through their luggage after they've been washed over the side.
Hey, what are you inferring?
I'm not inferring anything. I'm implying that you might have had a look at their luggage at one point.
If I had, I certainly wouldn't admit it to you.
Which either means you didn't look, or you didn't find anything of interest.
You better watch your step, son. It's not good to make accusations like that.
Don't worry. Anything we discuss is strictly between you, me, and anyone else I tell.
Well, there you have it. Another enemy was made
Well,
just
safe
by a casual
voyage,
conversation.
if that's possible.
Right, this guy doesn't talk about anything. We've got some information. We definitively know. Can I make him start? No. The reason I keep doubling back on myself is we don't know this yet, and it's a bit of a spoiler for me to tell you, but Lewton is being followed. Lewton is being followed all over the city right now. He will eventually notice, and you notice relatively... you notice by doubling back on yourself is kind of where I'm going with this. And that's really important, and we need to know it, but we don't know it right now.
The bar looked almost as appealing as every other bar in town to me. But the drinks didn't exactly fill you with confidence.
Now, I'm trying to look here for some matches. Yeah, Skiffy's telling me off for spoilers in chat. As well you should. As well you should. I'm using a little bit of advanced knowledge. Is there anything else we can tell Mankin? Oh, hang on. Lewton, sometimes Lewton's a bit squirrely because he is where your inventory is. We don't have a luggage anymore. Kind of miss it. Skippy's asking, do you want me to spoil Curse of Strahd or Cthulhu? A little bit. Lola and I are quite bad with spoilers actually, so if they're sort of offered up on a silver platter and the path of resistance is quite low, sometimes depending what mood we're in, we'll be like, yeah, alright. I think it was when we were playing Persona 5, it's quite obvious who the person who portrays you in Persona 5 is, but Lola started getting some hints when we were first playing it for the first time, and because Persona 5 is so long, she just looked it up. She was just like, I want to know now, I'm not going to sit here for 20 more hours. Well, I want to know now who betrayed us.
I'm back, so I can see.
But we don't do that for everything, but we do that for more things than people find... Skippy says you're not getting the spoilers anyway, which is fair. Which is completely fair. You can't read this. This cardboard is important. Why did I come here? It's because did I have a new clue about the Salachi? He won't know about this.
You wouldn't happen to know your way around the Salachi family mausoleum by any chance?
Nope.
I just love how strange of a question that
Until
is.
later, mate.
And you can just literally go up to people and be like, you wouldn't happen to know your way around the Salachi family mausoleum, would you? It's that classic thing when I play one of the Discworld games where I know what the answer is, but not the conditions by which we're going to unlock it. So we'd have to feel our way through. We've got a bit of vibes going on. Let's have a cup of coffee. Come on, Lewton. Come on, Lewton. Lewton, do as you're told. Nope.
Nothing like a cup of imp-made coffee to make me jittery and paranoid.
It does not seem like a good headspace to be in during this investigation, but it's the one we've got. Where else did we unlock? We've got the cafe arc, we've got Pseudopolis Yard. A lot of the things in this game hinge on giving the right information to the right people, and I haven't taken my own advice and combined any of the clues, which is how Lewton begins speculating. So, where's somewhere nice to go to do that? If I go here, we're going to hear tapping all the time. Let's go over here to do it. Lewton, keep still. Give me your pocket. There we go. He's a good boy, really. So we know that they're buried. What we might need is a breakthrough if we combine enough of the notes. So, for example, mysterious murders. We can start speculating and combining things together. So we know that he was asking about the mysterious passengers.
I had no reason to assume that had anything to do with the other passengers on the Milka.
And we know Malachite had an accomplice when he was living as a thief.
It didn't seem likely that there was any connection between Alkali and Malachite. Dwarves and trolls didn't get on with one another for a start.
So what's quite good about this system is it's not one of those that doesn't work situations. Lewton will kind of rationalise, and usually there's a bit of spoken dialogue that connects the things you're talking about directly.
Alkali knew about the Mundy case somehow, so he presumably knew Carlotta somehow.
We could say Lewton's rolling intelligence against the clues he knows, trying to feel them out.
He was asking after Mundy, but how did they know that he was on the Milka? What was the connection between Mundy and Alkali?
Now we're back at the cases themselves. I think we're definitely missing some information. Let's go. We haven't talked to the awful captain of the Milka himself for a while, so we're going to try that, considering he's the only patron of this cafe. Oops. Come on, Lewton, quickly. There we go. Oop, wrong way.
Hello again.
Whoa.
Hello yourself.
Oh, ain't he lovely? Right. Can you read
I
this?
didn't want to show Captain Jenkins anything that might give away the fact that I'd been aboard his ship.
You might have that incidentally, although he might recognise it, I suppose.
I didn't want to show Captain Jenkins any...
Yeah, all our best clues come from people we can't talk to them about. How do we read that language? Carlotta, mysterious passengers, Alkali, Malachite. Alkali, did he meet Alkali when he was asking around?
What do you know about a dwarf named Alkali?
There no one I know.
I'm not sure I believe you.
Do you know a troll by the name of Malachite?
There no one I know.
Unless we go and tell Malachite directly about the mausoleum.
You wouldn't happen to know your way around the Salaci family mausoleum by any chance?
I'm afraid I can't really help you with that.
You don't say. Right, okay. Let's use the Malachite idea. I'm going to double click to get Lewton a little speedier because I do like his slow trawling around, but we are here to get stuff done. If you can believe that. Right, let's go back to Tapland. Actually, do you, Rodan? I feel like I know the answer, but do you, Rodan, know how to get around?
Hello.
Know how to get around the Salaci mausoleum, being a stoneworky kind of guy? Is it Rodan, honey, Rodan, darling, come on. Yeah, we've just said hello to you. It's considered quite polite when someone says hello to someone. Oh God.
Do I know you?
Here we go again.
Oh my. It's not really touched on, but there might be something like legitimately wrong with Rodan. It's not really like gone into or anything like that, but he might be kind of unwell.
Can you tell me anything about the Salaci mausoleum?
The mausoleum. The place where the Salaci family bury their dead. The site of burial. The center of internment. The dominant plane, clearly indicated, form directed towards you, all life surging from a center, expanding from within outwards.
Can you tell me anything about the mausoleum?
No, sorry.
Okay. Alright. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Right? The joke's always on you when you ask Rodan for something. Right. Malachite. I'm coming over. I'm making my way. Look at the swagger on Lewton. Look. He's holding his shoulders like that. No one has their shoulders like that. I don't anyway. I'll walk a bit hunched over.
Hello again, Malachite. No, don't say anything. I know how you'd love to talk, but I'd hate for you to wear out that beautiful voice of yours.
He's very daring with how he speaks to Malachite, isn't he?
Do you know anything about the Salachi Mausoleum? Hello? Hello? Maybe this is a time to take no reply for an answer.
Man.
Tempting as it was, I decided not to start attacking people with the crowbar. Does this mean anything to you? Malachite listened to what I said, but said nothing. He wasn't what you'd call the prince of repartee.
Okay, we've hit a bit of a dead end already.
Always a pleasure talking at you, Malachite.
Now, Nobby's a good font of information, so maybe I need to go back to him. The Salachi Mausoleum. Have I talked to him about the Salachi Mausoleum yet? I don't think I have, so let's give it a go. But we've got to wait for Lewton to trudge all the way over to the office desk to do it. Right, okay.
Hello again. Hello.
Because everyone has these very slow frame-by-frame CGI animations. It does take quite a while to get conversations on the go in Discworld Noir.
You wouldn't happen to know your way around the Salachi family mausoleum by any chance? Give me a break, Lewton. I don't know everything.
Well, you know enough for me to keep pressing you for information, because you do come up with the goods every so often. Let's ask you about Arkali now we know that he's definitively who's been following.
Do you know a dwarf by the name of Al-Kali? Never heard of him. How did you know he was male, then? You can't trick me. Everyone knows dwarves don't use the female pronoun. Okay. Mind you, I've always wondered what a female pronoun was. One of nature's wonderful mysteries, Nobby. Is it normally kept covered, or what? I'm going to leave it to your rather uninventive imagination, Nobby.
Right, that's that. Therma Malachite, who we not are? Carlotta?
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta? Never heard of him.
Now Akilo's talking about the dwarven pronouns in chat. Yeah, this was something that Discworld did. It kind of took the running joke that you never see female dwarves in fantasy. But it did, yeah, it turned it into a discourse. It turned it into a whole thing where male and female dwarves all have beards on the Discworld. And they only have one pronoun, which is the male pronoun. And as dwarves leave their own communities and come to cities like Ankh-Morpork and things like that and get more cosmopolitan,
Catch you later, Nobby.
they learn about
Like
the female
measles,
pronoun, and some of them
athlete's foot.
some of them who are actually biologically female learn that they can be called she and her if they want to, and they start doing it. And then of course the traditionalist dwarves start, you know, arguing with them about it and blah blah. And that's kind of how the Discworld approached that whole thing. And this was, yeah, in the 90s and early 2000s, stuff like that. They were pushing that agenda. Do we call it an agenda, or is that rage bait? I need some mail because there's someone I need to see. I think I'm missing a certain event flag if we really want to break it down. Pseudophilus Yard, the parrot. What if I'm not given to whom? Do you know about the Salachi Mausoleum? Why would Therma be buried in the Salachi Mausoleum?
There was nothing I could do with the stage.
Oh, sorry, I thought we were talking to Sapphire. Sorry, Lewton. She doesn't light up yet. Have I got to let her finish the song? I need to talk to Sapphire. Well, this is very strange. Oh, Lewton's got upset now. He's just pacing around. Don't pace, Lewton. It's considered rude. Come on, come on. Talk to Mankin again, then.
I'm back, so I can see.
Now, this is important for reasons we'll get into.
Can you read this? Nope.
Wonder why the person who can read it isn't yet present. Let's try, actually, just a normal
This
conversation.
seems like a nice place.
No, we've
it-
done all
it's-
this. We've done all
you-
this.
I
Yeah, that just takes us back to basics. So usually the dialogue just is the dialogue. It's usually the these are where it's at.
I gave Mencken Mundy's description and asked if he'd seen him. He told me that he hadn't. Maybe I could trust him. A half-elf doesn't need to make any more enemies.
Without putting too fine a point of it, I'm impressing that on Mankin for a reason. Alkali?
What do you know about a dwarf named Alkali? I know a lot of people. That doesn't mean I want to talk about them with you.
Well, could you, please? Madam Lodestone, he doesn't know. Do you know anything about the... Do you know anything about the murders?
Do you know anything about the recent murders? Only what you're about to tell me.
Ugh.
You're not very helpful, are you? Just because I don't want to help you doesn't mean I'm not helpful generically.
That's enough of this. That's enough of this. I should focus and ask him about the mausoleum. It's a bad idea. He's not going to know
You
a damn
wouldn't
thing.
happen to know your way around the Salaci family mausoleum by any chance? Nope.
Okay. All right. Do you happen to have... There's an item I would dearly love. Sapphire, stop singing. Right. I'm coming over. I'm rushing over. I'm still coming over, Sapphire. Don't get into anything. I'll be right there. Yeah. Nearly there. Hello. Hello. Thank you. Yeah.
Good to see you again, Sapphire.
Woof.
Feelings neutral, I'm sure.
In quite a hurry. Look. This is the idiocy I've been missing. I have not asked about this. This is going to hopefully unlock something. Famous last words.
What's the connection between Malachite and Therma?
How would Sapphire know? Ask him yourself. Oh, but one piece of advice. Don't tell Malachite that Therma
Oops.
Why not?
did. You wouldn't want to be bearer of bad news to Troll like that.
He's not above killing the messenger, then.
He's not above eating the messenger, honey.
I didn't think trolls could digest human flesh.
Right. It make them ill. That make you feel better?
You can eat me, but I'll make you feel ill. It's my final awful revenge.
You wouldn't happen to know your way around the Salaci family mausoleum by any chance?
Wouldn't know anything about that.
So Therma performed here under the name Madame Lodestone.
Who are you? The narrator? I told you that already.
I don't suppose you'd know a big troll called
Yeah,
Malak.
we already know that you do.
Sapphire not.
Yeah, we've already got that location too. The murders? Does Sapphire know anything about the murders? Probably not. Alkali?
What do you know about a dwarf named Alkali?
Sapphire know a lot of people, but don't know everyone, mister.
Do you know Carlotta?
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
Sapphire know.
What about Mundy?
I gave Sapphire Mundy's description in the hope that she'd seen him around.
Don't ring no bells, honey, but that don't mean much. We get lots of humans through here, and they all look the same to me.
Huh.
Do you know anything about the Milka?
Ask too many questions and a girl loses interest.
Alright.
Does this mean anything to you?
Ask too many questions and a girl loses interest.
Can you read this?
Ask too many.
Very well. I'm going to very slowly, very moodily leave now. Lewton's in a huff. Would you reckon he mumbles under his breath? He strikes me as the sort of person he would. Because I guess he's narrating to himself in noir style, isn't he? So he's just trudging around like Morport, like, no. And no one would help me with this. We're back to the mausoleum like so. Is there anything? There's tombs, there's Lewton. Anything pixel huntery I've missed? I think it is just about having the required knowledge. I'm not sure if we need that before or after we find Mundy, because I did play this last summer, but I mean, this is the beginning of the game. My brain soup has returned to me. Let's see. The yard. Nothing. There's no real breakthroughs that I need right now. This much I must admit. Come on, Lewton. Come on. Trudging around. Here comes the golem. I do like the golem. The golem's a good guy.
The cart was being loaded with barrels of wine. Apart from the wine, I can't say I was interested.
Can we go down here? Not quite
The
yet.
golem was loading wine barrels onto the cart, calmly and diligently. I would have pitied it, but there didn't seem much point. It was just magically animated clay.
Alright, let's head indoors. Get out of the rain. Why can't we talk to Samael? And why isn't Ilsa here yet? Is there anything on the bar, actually, that we can pick up? I like a bar in an adventure game where you can pick up like a little book of matches, things like that. And I think that's something we are going to need. The pirate captain himself is next to useless. I mean, what I could do is just get on the milker again and see if I missed anything. You're allowed to get on the milker multiple times, but I mean, it's an ugly idea. Can you stand aside so I can get in this crate, please? Or is this your way of telling me I don't need to do that right now? Okay, alright. Yes.
The Milka was a tramp schooner, one of the many ramshackle ships that plied their trade around the Circle Sea. From the looks of it, it should have sunk years ago. Even the rats thought twice before boarding it.
I'm starting to think it should have sunk as well. Wouldn't be in this mess, but we've got what we've got now. Sometimes retreating to the office and combining clues is a good idea too. We need to be able to find our way around. Basically, again, without too many spoilers, I know some of these characters are lying to us. And as a consequence of that, I can't force them to reveal the truth.
Again, Malik. No,
until we find enough evidence. Kind of Ace Attorney style. I love doing this.
Okay, I guess you don't want to talk about that.
Have you noticed Malachite's ear is level with his eyebrow as well?
I'm not going to talk about that either.
Come on, let's get into the dialogue. Or is there no dialogue? Is it just this joke?
How many trolls?
There isn't. I just fell for it. Scrap. I don't think.
Does this mean anything to you? Malachite, listen to what I said.
The thing with Malachite is he has a very one-track mind. He wants to find Therma, and that is about it. So if I start talking to him about other stuff, he's going to get annoyed.
Do you know anything about a man named Mundy? Malachite was as talkative as a corpse, and only slightly more attractive. Do you know anything about the Milka? Malachite listened to what I said, but said nothing. He wasn't what you'd call the prince of repartee.
So Discworld Noir, I mean, you're kind of noticing, it's a little more difficult than the others, not because it relies on obtuse logic like Discworld 1 or cartoon logic like Discworld 2, but because it's more detective based. You have to really feel out what you're doing, find the right information, find the right answers.
Something about Therma that I could use to find her.
Therma. Find Therma.
Yes, I know that part, but I need some leads if I'm going to find her.
Find Therma.
Malachite wasn't being very helpful, but he was tall and threatening, so I guess everyone has something going for them.
This guy. Right. Let's retrace some few steps. The murders? Malachi, you did it. It was you.
Do you know anything about the recent murders in Ankh-Morpork? Malachite listened to what I said, but said nothing. He wasn't what you'd call the prince of repartee.
Okay. Did I say murders? I meant Madame Lodster?
I hate to be the bearer of
Oh, we're
bad
going into
news,
this again,
but
are we?
I think Therma might be dead. Her house collapsed. She's been gone a while. Are you going to say something?
Need to see the body.
The body?
Find Therma. Need to see body.
Okay, the body. No problem. Sheesh.
Okay. Alright. I believe you. And you definitely...
Do you know anything about the
You
Salachi
definitely don't.
mausoleum?
Right, okay.
Hello? Hello? Maybe this is a time to take no reply for an answer.
Right, we are stumped, but I think I've definitely missed something. I've been doing a little bit of behind the scenes feeling out, and I think we might have something to do. It might be one of my classic pixel art blunders. In fact, I'm almost certain that it is.
Always
But
a
whenever
pleasure
I'm
talking at you,
certain about
Malachite.
anything on the stream, it usually goes wrong. So, don't take my word for that, but we're gonna... Oh, no, not you. We don't want to talk to you, but no, we're double clicking now. Not... Oh, my word. He warped out at farts express speed. I love it. Let's see. I'm essentially expecting a letter.
I think we could safely say that the door to my office was just for getting in and out of my office.
I'm expecting a note.
Sapient pearwood comes from a plant so magical
Oh, that
that
thunder's
it is
useful,
totally
so I can see
impervious to
thunder and
all
lightning.
forms of magic, and so valuable that thieves have cut each other's throats to own it. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford a desk made out of it, so I made do with pine. It's a nice desk, though.
I feel like I should have got essentially some mail by now, which has the next element in. So I'm curious what I've missed. Let's see. I'm doing some reading up. I always swore I wouldn't do it, but I'm going to be having a look. Let's see. I always think Lewton smokes, but that's Grim Fandango, isn't it? That's when he starts smoking. Okay. Right. I've got it. Okay. We're on our way. Famous last words once again, but I think we've definitely really got it this time. Come on, Lewton. Yep. Running all the way, of course. It's obscure, this one. It's very breadcrumby. I do like it, but you do definitely need to see things in a certain order. And if you don't do it, it's so easy. It's basically what I'd normally be doing that I'm not doing for stream, which is actually making it harder rather than easier. Is you talk to someone like this, you bring up the notebook and you point by point go through absolutely everything. And that doesn't always make for fun watching. So I've been sort of trying to assume and skip over things that I think people won't have anything to say about. In doing that, Cuppa Joe, thank you for joining us. I have not asked Nobby about any mysterious passengers who came into town.
I don't suppose you've investigated the passengers on the Milka, have you? Of course I have. Sorry, but you're not the most, diligent of investigators. I work as hard as any man of my rank. You're the only man of your rank. There's 3 dwarfs, 2 troll, a woman and a zombie with the same rank as you, but you're the only human male. I know you're human because you carry a bit of paper to prove it, signed by the midwife. The maleness, I'll take that on trust. Do you want me to help you or not?
Yeah, you've been a bit
What have
rude.
you got? Well, I interviewed one of the passengers. What did you learn? That's official watch business.
Nobby.
You didn't learn anything, did you? Not as such, no. Any chance I could interview this passenger? I don't see why not. She's down in the Cafe Ankh now. Well, that's something, I guess.
Cup of Joe in chat is warning. You can see that he's hinted someone new is at the Cafe Ankh, which is exactly what we need. But Cup of Joe is warning about one of the new redeems.
Catch you later, Nobby.
A very sinister redeem. Right, but in the meantime, we're going to go to the Cafe Ankh. We're going to pop right in like this. And now we're finally going to get a breakthrough. Yes, we are. Oh, there he is. Right, I thought he'd forgotten his own song then.
You can't recall if the whiskey knocked you flat, or if everything was a blur when you met her. All that you remember are the tunes. I thought I told you never to Ilsa. I thought I would never see her again. I prayed that I'd never see her again. But either the gods didn't listen, or they were having a laugh at my expense. Knowing the gods of the Discworld, I had a pretty good idea which. Play it again, Sam. You know what? No one's ever going to believe you said that. Hello, Ilsa. How long's it been?
Too long.
That's funny. I was thinking that it wasn't long enough.
Aren't you pleased to see me?
Sure. Like a jellyfish praying for the tide to come in.
What's that supposed to mean?
If I always knew what I meant, I'd be a genius.
Back then, you always knew what to say.
I still know what to say. I just choose not to.
You're getting a big kick out of making me feel cheap, aren't you? Well, maybe I had it coming.
Hey, don't take my side. You'll take all the fun out of it.
So now Discworld Noir is getting very, very noir because Ilsa is Lewton's old flame. And as you can see, he doesn't much care for her and he's quite rude.
I spent years rehearsing what I'd say if I saw you again. What I'd ask you. I tried to imagine what you'd say.
But now I'm here. You can't think of anything to say?
Now you're here, and I just want to slap you. Just once.
Lewton,
across the cheek.
You can't do
What
that
will
to
that
women.
prove?
That I still haven't forgiven you.
You're not making this easy, Lewton.
Did you think I would? Did you think I'd just come bouncing up to you like a trained puppy? Maybe I'd wag my tail and wait for you to throw me a stick. Well, I'm never going to be another woman's dog for as long as I live.
What
That's
Satan?
cruel.
Not as cruel as the day you left me.
Oh my goodness, Lewton. Right, well, you're clearly dwelling on old times, so let's just jump right into it, I suppose. Get it off your chest. It's a poor woman.
I suppose you have some explanation for what you did. Some pat excuse that'll make everything all right.
There's no excuse for what I did.
At least we agree on one thing.
Why do you hate me so much?
Because I had everything when I had you. And when you left, you took everything with you. It's easy to hate someone who took it all away from you.
It hurts to hear you talk like this.
Good.
Lewton! You vicious little sod.
What made you ask for that song?
I was feeling sentimental.
It's good to know that you still remember me.
How could I forget?
I don't know. But you managed to leave. I figured you'd probably manage to forget as well.
Never.
I tried to forget you. I tried to forget the day you left. I tried to forget the good times. I tried to drown your memory in cheap whiskey.
And did you forget?
I don't remember.
I still remember you. That's what the song means to me. It's everything that's good about our time together.
You got lucky, Elsa. You got all the good memories, and I got all the bad.
It didn't have to be like that.
It's always like that.
You can tell why Lewton wears a fedora, can't you? Cup of Joe's asking if he's related to Rincewind. No, he's his own guy. He is the first ever private detective on the Discworld, and he invented being a private detective because he got kicked out of the City Watch for taking a bribe. Let's jump right into it. This is kind of the breakthrough I've been waiting for.
I figured I'd better make sure Ilsa was on the Milka before asking her about the label.
Now you see here, don't you talk me out of sequence breaking. Just because I'm doing things in the wrong order. Right, let's talk to Ilsa about the Milka then. Let's do it your way.
So, you came in on the Milka, did you?
Yes.
Alone?
No. I came with a companion.
It figures.
What?
Women like you are never alone.
I've been alone.
You know nothing about loneliness. You know nothing about what it's like to not know why you've been abandoned.
Oh, Fedora
You don't know
moment.
what it's like to watch your career slip away because the one thing you care about has been taken from you. You don't know what it's like to spend years going into restaurants and asking for a table for one.
You don't eat in restaurants.
Okay, but if I did, that's what I'd ask for.
Why did you ask about the Milka?
You came aboard in Ecclepon, right? With a man.
Yes. His name's Two Conkers. How did you know?
It's my job to know.
You're being paid to find out where people board ships?
No, I'm a private investigator.
Clues, clues, clues. We're finally making progress. Ilsa and Two Conkers.
I'd learned that Ilsa was in town and traveling with a man named Two Conkers. Ilsa had told me she was traveling with a man named Two Conkers.
Yes, you
For
mentioned.
now, that was all I needed to know.
Well, okay. Do you know Alkali?
What do you know about a dwarf named Alkali?
I've not met them. Sorry.
A likely story. However, you were on the same ship as... Not that. You were on the same ship as... You were on the same ship as Monday.
Have you met a man named Monday?
Yes.
Aha.
There was a man named Monday on the ship we came in on. He kept himself to himself mostly.
What can you tell me about him?
He seemed nervous.
Anything else?
I remember him going down to the cargo hold at one point. He looked really shifty, as if he was hiding something.
Is that it?
That's all I can think of.
Can we therefore get this done?
Can you read this?
Yes, it says Pier 5.
What language?
Agatean.
How do you know an obscure language like that?
Actually, Two Conkers is from the counterweight continent. I learnt it from him.
I thought that people weren't allowed to leave the Agatean Empire.
Oh, things have freed up these days.
I'd be careful who you tell about Two Conkers, Ilsa.
Why?
People can be funny about foreigners, and there's always been rumors about the Empire. They say they use powerful magic there. The last time one of them arrived here, the city got burned down.
Two Conkers isn't going to burn the city down.
You know that, and I know that. But the average man on the street doesn't know that. They see the unknown as a threat.
Why? Two Conkers is harmless. No one's that stupid.
Let me let you in on a little-known secret. You know how stupid the average person is?
I think so, yes.
Well, statistically, half of them are even dumber than that.
New location! Oh, Ilsa, you're a fountain of information and we shouldn't be being so rude to you. Cuppa Joe in chat is breaking down how Lewton invented the job, and yeah, that's basically it. He just says he's a detective and everyone's like, yeah, you probably are. You got the outfit? Because it's the Middle Ages, he's the one who invented this outfit for detectives. What other clues? Have you heard about the murders in town?
Tell me one thing, Ilsa. Are you involved in these murders?
What?
The murders. They started when you arrived in town.
I can't believe that you would think such a thing. That's terrible. I mean, I know I've done some bad things, but I've never killed anyone in all my life.
Answer the question.
Just
Ilsa.
checking.
Alright. But we're watching you. Good job detectives don't exist, or they'd know he's already not a detective, said Cuppa Jones. I guess so, yeah. They have detectives in the City Watch, and he got kicked out. I don't think he mentions he got kicked out to people.
I found this on the Milka. Does it mean anything to you?
A piece of cardboard with a number on it?
I think it might have something to do with Monday.
If you've constructed murder and a giant conspiracy out of that, I'm going to be very impressed.
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
Okay. Well, we have some new locations and some new clues, and that's
Don't
about
go
as good as
far.
we've had for a while.
I might want to shout at you again.
I'm sorry, Lewton.
Not sorry enough.
Lewton, you cannot be treating people in the way you are. Lewton is... Yeah, I'm chronicling it. That's the name of the save. Well done, Lewton. You fucked it for everyone. Sorry. Anyway. Cuppa Joe's doing his own detective work in chat right now. And you're kind of right to do it because people lie to you in this game. That's what we're trying to do right now is... he says because from watching Police Interceptors. Maybe not like that, but people are lying to us in this game. And we can't get to the bottom of things until we have evidence, basically. Right, now this guy is awful. I'm just going to put that out there. He is a horrible, horrible person to speak to. Look at these crates. Make your way over, Lewton.
I couldn't tell what the crates contained, and frankly, I didn't much care.
Right, so if we go around here, I'll double click to make it quicker. And likewise, look at how long this is. We've got this skylight, and that's pretty much all there is right now, apart from the river. Oof. Oh, Lewton, you're going to trudge your way over through the rain, are you? Oh, he's slow. I thought Rincewind was slow, but Lewton is quite slow. It does add to the atmosphere, but I don't know if it's necessarily conducive to good streaming.
The River Ankh. Probably the only river in the universe on which you could chalk the outline of a corpse.
Right, skylight. Making your way over, Lewton. Yep. Take your time. Take your time. It's your time you're wasting. God, whose teacher used to say that to them? It's your own time you're wasting. It's like, yeah, I'm also wasting yours, though. Like, none of us are getting anything done. It's school. That's what happened. Come on, Lewton. Oh, he
The
like...
skylight sat on the roof, an inviting alternative entrance. I wasn't the Disc's greatest climber, and the warehouse wasn't the easiest building to scale. I was going to need some help.
Think he needs to know that for later. That's why I went through that whole rigmarole. Talking of rigmarole, let's talk to this watchman. Not a watchman as in a member of the City Watch, but someone who's watching the crates in the pier, just standing in the rain.
You're the watchman for this warehouse.
Wow, you're sharp.
Huh?
We'll never work that out. I mean, there are so many reasons that I might want to be out here on a pier in the middle of nowhere, but you went straight to the fact that I'm a watchman. Well done.
That's a real talent you've got there. It usually takes me much longer to take a dislike for someone.
He is awful, this guy. He is absolutely awful.
Let me guess. Not only are you the watchman for this warehouse, but you are so bored that anyone who comes along is a target for abuse.
In other words, a doctor receptionist.
You're good. I'll give you that. Sharp as a pancake. What brings you here?
Research. I'm on an investigation.
You with the watch?
No, I work alone.
So you're a criminal.
Not yet.
This is Ankh-Morpork. We're all guilty of something.
I'm not. Pure as the driven snow.
Oh, yeah? Well, you've just directly violated the patrician's laws about groundless metaphor.
What?
Well, can you prove to me that you're as pure as snow?
Ah, but that wasn't a metaphor. That was a simile.
Because, of course, the patrician is going to be swayed by a pedantic defense like that.
I guess you have a point.
It's a weird, mean joke from the books, but yeah, if you make a metaphor in Ankh-Morpork, it's against the law because the patrician hates them, so he'll punish you for it. What's in the box, sad man? And Lola is like is saying, actually, it was a metaphor. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Mysterious murder. Have you heard about murders?
Do you know anything about the recent murders in Ankh-Morpork?
That's nothing to do with me.
A likely story. You stomped on them with your giant blue boots. I am looking for the Monday page because... Oh, the Milker. The crates for the Milker.
Heard of the Milka?
Sure. Put it in my coffee,
It's a shame.
Yeah, I know. Just winding you up.
Well, I'm already about as tightly wound as I'm going to get. Unless you were planning to use me as an alarm clock, I'd start thinking about being cooperative.
Where's the fun in that?
The Milka?
Oh, yeah. All I can tell you is that they unloaded their cargo here.
What was their cargo?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that. That'd be violating
This
Watchman
guy.
cargo confidentiality.
There's no such thing.
Oh, all right. I just don't want to tell you then. Satisfied?
Ecstatic.
So Lewton is kicking off and Lola's kicking off in chat, including using the new emote brought to us by Nawakilo. Very kindly drew an emote to use on the channel.
When I gave Mundy's description to the Watchman, he became animated.
Oh, I doubt that.
Well, not that animated,
Yeah, I was
but
gonna say.
more animated than he had been.
That's the one. He tried to break into the warehouse the other night.
Mm-hmm.
You're sure?
Or maybe I just like stringing you along for fun.
This guy.
What happened?
Tell you.
I scared him off. I'd like to know where he is now, though. It doesn't look good to have people get away with breaking into a place like this. Bad for our reputation.
Oh, I'm sure. Because everyone respects you, and this would just put a total stop to all those dinner party invitations.
Oi, watch it.
Oh, so it's alright if you're sarcastic. Everyone knows someone like that, especially in England. Right, so the Monday and the Milker. Were you being chased around by Al-Kali?
I gave the Watchman Al Khan's description. He didn't recognize
Oh.
it.
Damn. I thought I was onto something.
Do you know a troll by the name of Malachite?
Sorry, I don't get to socialise much with this job. It's the night work, you know.
Oh, but you're so charming. I mean, that must be such a loss for everyone.
Do you know a woman named Ilsa or a man named Two Conkers?
Sorry.
Yeah, alright. He has to lean forward and back each time he speaks. And it makes... It's all these little micro animations in this game. The game holds up. I absolutely stand by that. But it's much slower than the other Discworlds we've been playing. What about this?
Have you seen any labels like this before?
Here he is, leaning in.
Oh, sure.
Where?
On crates.
I have this inescapable feeling that I could try and get some useful information out of you about this, but that it wouldn't be worth the time and effort I'd have to spend on the way.
I'd go with that feeling if I were you.
That's how I feel about a lot of people.
Does this mean anything to you?
That's nothing to do with me.
Alright. Cuppa Joe's rightfully calling him a fidgety chap. Maybe he has to drink a lot of coffee to stay awake.
I have a feeling
Doesn't he
I'll
have a
see you
shelter?
later.
I can't wait.
Or at least a hood, because he's out here in the rain and it's just not nice. Poor little guy. What is in such a bad mood? Anyway, sorry. Let's get trudging. Yeah, I'm not watching you trudge all the way here. Come on. There we go. I forgot what I was doing now. Have I got that letter yet? Yes. Oh my god. And you notice, not only is it pixel hunty, Lewton stands on it. Let's bring him out of the way. It's right next to... Like, it's pixels away from turning into a leave the area graphic. But it's here. There we go. Pick it up, read it.
The note had been pushed under my door by Carlotta.
Lewton, I am anxious to see you again and to find out how the case is going. Come to the von Uberwald mansion on Moon Pond Lane. Carlotta von Uberwald.
So, Carlotta was a member of the von Uberwalds, one of the richest and most reclusive families in Ankh-Morpork. That explained why she could afford to offer to pay me so much. It didn't explain why she hadn't got around to paying me yet, but I could wait, at least until the rent was due.
Splendid. We've finally got some new locations. If you're not expecting it, that sting string when you pick up a new item can really make you jump, because all of the other stuff's introduced with a very soft saxophone. The Uberwald Mansion.
The von Uberwald Mansion.
Now, if you know the books, you might know something about the von Uberwald family, but we'll get to
I
that.
already had a bad feeling about the Mundy case, but learning that my employer was a von Uberwald didn't fill me with confidence. I didn't know the facts about the von Uberwalds, but the rumors were bad enough.
May I help you, sir?
You could let me in for a start,
Very good, sir.
and don't call me sir.
As you wish, sir. May I take your coat and hat, sir?
Thanks, but no. I feel naked without them.
That must make it difficult to clean them.
Was that a joke?
I never joke, sir. It's not my job. I may lie, dissemble, or deceive, but I never joke.
Look, I don't want you to take my coat, okay?
But of course, sir. Sir is welcome to drip all over the immaculate hardwood floor that I spent several hours polishing this morning, because Sir is a guest, and Sir is entitled to do whatever Sir wishes.
Yes. Okay. Nice to meet you too.
Nice house.
Sir's taste in architecture must be quite exquisite to so accurately summarize the many splendid cornices and archaic stained glass frescoes of this splendid Lorenzian building as nice.
You have a gift for making people feel welcome, don't you?
One is blessed.
One is blessed. Right. I'm not getting anywhere without a bit of nepotism, so here you go.
I have an invitation from Carlotta.
Ah, Sir is as quick to reach the point of Sir's visit as a tortoise with a war wound is in crossing a very large desert. I will fetch Mistress Carlotta for Sir, provided Sir would be so kind as to wait here and not to touch the valuable and irreplaceable furniture that adorns the room Sir is currently dripping on.
I know what I'm doing. Yeah, off your pop bottles. There he goes. Moving just as quick as everyone else in this game. Supersonic speed, look. Here he is. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Right.
The painting bore a striking resemblance to Carlotta.
The Duchess Charlotte von Uberwald, née Leopoldine. My predecessor, in a sense.
Oh,
There she is.
Are you a duchess?
No, but the resemblance is impressive, isn't it? My husband was struck by it from the moment I met him.
Where is your husband?
Dear Ulrich passed away during a civil uprising in Uberwald several years ago. Quite a terrible business, actually. Peasants, pitchforks, burning torches, the usual sort of thing.
Usual?
For Uberwald, certainly. Their ways may seem barbaric, but it's just the way things have always been done. If there wasn't a civil uprising every few years, I do believe the nobility would be most disappointed. Dying at the hands of a mob in a burning castle is practically traditional.
Tradition important to you, is it?
Ever the investigator, eh, Lewton? Even your employer isn't beyond suspicion.
My old boss used to say that everyone was guilty of something.
And what are you guilty of?
Too many things, sweetie, but nothing you need to know about.
Well, aren't we edgy? Where have I put my mouse? On the wrong screen. There we go. Right.
So what's the story with you and Ulrich?
Do you believe in love at first sight, Lewton?
It saves a lot of time, certainly.
Ulrich fell for me the moment we met. I guess seeing that painting every day probably helped.
Don't sell yourself short. You have a few assets of your own.
Lewton.
I'm sure it was an equitable transaction.
You think I married him for his money?
Did you?
Let me tell you something, Lewton. I've been rich and I've been poor. Rich is better.
Did you love him?
Does it matter?
It matters to me.
Maybe I did. I guess it depends on what love is.
Love is a moment of weakness that allows someone to hurt you more than you ever thought possible. Men were given the strength to be brutes to women, and women were given love to wreak their revenge.
Who was she, Lewton?
Who?
The one who left you with such a high opinion of women. She must have been quite a gal.
Very sorry about Lewton, by the way. Lola's making actual verbal protestations against him, and I can completely see why. Yeah, Lewton wears a fedora for a reason. The fedora meme wasn't even a thing when this game came out, but he absolutely embodies it. He's awful.
You wanted to know how the case was going.
A girl's got to have hobbies.
I think I'm getting somewhere.
We're all getting somewhere, Lewton. The question is, am I going to like where you're going?
I guess we'll just have to find that out the old-fashioned way.
That's me, an old-fashioned girl.
Like the girl in the picture.
The Duchess? She was quite a trendsetter in her era. She wore her dress so high, you could almost see her ankles.
My heart is pounding at the thought.
Outrageous.
What can you tell me about the Duchess?
The Duchess Charlotte von Uberwald. Born Charlotte Ameliorati Victoire Tangerine Leopoldine, she married the Duke when she was 13, which was the style at the time. She was considered a risque dilettante by most of the nobility of Uberwald, and rumors abounded that she caused the heart attack that killed the Marquis of Grand Mal when she showed him her naked knees. Her corset was said to be so tight that her first pregnancy went into extra time, and her first and only son had learned his first word by the time he was born.
You're pretty good on this family history business, then.
I dabble.
That's going to come into things in a moment.
I don't have much to tell you about the case, I'm afraid.
You still haven't found Mundi?
Not yet. I might do a better job if I had more money at my disposal.
Same.
Yes, of course. You haven't been paid yet.
Well, it had crossed my mind.
I'm sure I could sort something out.
I didn't doubt that she could. The question was, would she? And more to the point, when would she?
Yeah, Carlotta is one of these rich people who's like, I'm going to pay you a lot, but I'm not going to tell you when. So you're on the hook until until I decide to hand over the money. Oh dear. Right, let's cut to the chase.
I need your help.
I'm not hard to get, Lewton. All you have to do is ask.
I need your knowledge. I need to find a particular tomb in the Salaci Mausoleum, but I don't know enough about genealogy. You do.
The Salaci
Aha.
Mausoleum? That could be trouble.
Don't worry. I'm not going to mess with the tombs. I know better than to offend a family whose ties with the Assassin's Guild go back to its very foundation. I just want to see if someone's buried there.
Who's the stiff?
A troll named Therma.
A dead troll? You don't get much stiffer than that, I suppose.
Don't bring
Will
race
you
into
help
this.
me or not?
Of course, although I'm not really properly dressed for a mausoleum. You don't mind waiting while I get changed?
It's not like Therma's going anywhere.
If Sarah is not too busy, the master of the house wishes a word with
Ooh,
you.
we're moving
I am
all
too
the
busy?
movers and the
The
shakers.
master of the house still wishes a word with you, and I shall be forced to beg.
That sounds like it could be fun.
Did I say beg, sir? I meant resort to violence.
In which case, lead the way.
My little dog's come to see me. He's laying on the carpet next to me. You good boy, Mumbo. You gonna help me, detective? It was the fashion at the time now, Akila. All this scandal in the court. Hello, little man.
Lewton. As I understand it, my daughter-in-law has retained you to investigate a certain matter for her.
That's correct.
Then I take it you will be a frequent visitor to my house.
It seems likely.
Do you know who I am?
I know that they call you the Count.
Do you know why they call me the Count?
Are you good at maths?
Because I am a Count. Count Henning von Überwald. One of the Blintz von Überwalds, I ought to add, because frankly, Überwald had an uncountable number of counts. And I'm trapped in Ankh-Morpork at the moment because my current infirmity prohibits me from leaving this room.
That doesn't explain why you wanted to see me.
I wish to know what my daughter-in-law has you investigating.
That's between me and her.
No, Mr. Lewton. I rather suspect it isn't. You see, Carlotta's hands are not on the von Überwald purse strings, but mine are.
So you're saying I won't get paid unless I tell you what I'm doing?
No, I'm implying that. Whether or not you actually get paid is a different issue.
What's it to you?
I get very bored. I'm
Not so bored you don't put
interested
trousers on,
as to
apparently.
What goes on around me?
All right. I'm tracking someone for her.
Someone who is missing?
That's right. A man named Mundy.
Oh, I see. Very well. If you keep me informed on the progress of the case periodically, I will ensure that you receive payment.
Well, that's very kind of you, yeah. Actually paying me for the job I'm doing. Oh, if only more people thought like you.
You said you have to stay in the conservatory. Why?
I'm not a well man, Mr. Lewton. It is hard to say how long I have for this world, or indeed if the next world will take me.
What's so special about the conservatory?
Ankh-Morpork is too hot and humid for my tastes. I had the conservatory built especially. It's colder than the rest of the house. I keep it at the temperature I feel most comfortable with.
Why so cold?
You ask too many questions.
I'm an investigator. It's my job.
Well, be thankful that I find your impertinence charming, or else I might be forced to teach you a lesson.
In your condition?
You would be surprised at just what I can do in my condition, Mr. Lewton.
Very bossy for a man with no trousers, too.
So if I keep you informed on how the Mundy case is going, you'll ensure that I get paid?
As much as it is in my power to do so, yes.
And what if I mention this to Carlotta? Maybe she's got the money from other sources and doesn't need the family money.
A possibility. Very well. I'll offer to pay you irrespective of whether Carlotta pays you herself.
That seems a little unethical. I'd be betraying the trust of a client.
I'll pay you twice your usual fees.
Well, what do you know? Suddenly I've resolved all my ethical dilemmas.
Ethics are a salve for the poor, Lewton.
I am the poor.
You sound as if you are proud of the fact.
The poor are often prouder than the rich. They know that what they have can't be taken away.
Why would anyone
what a working
want
class
to take
area
their
you are,
property away?
I didn't say the poor were smart. I said they were proud.
Wealth. Yes, let's discuss wealth. Most notably, your transfer of it to me.
So the von Uberwalds are wealthy then?
Not compared to some, but we have more than enough to look after our own.
Is Carlotta one of your own?
When she married into us, she became a part of us.
You sound like you don't approve.
My opinions of Carlotta are not the issue. Traditions and ties of blood are stronger than opinions.
But there is no tie of blood between you and Carlotta. She married into the clan.
Mr. Lewton, there are ties of blood between all the von Überwalds. In Überwald, blood is very important.
Now Akilo in chat is bringing up the vampire angle. I was bringing up the werewolf angle. But yeah, I think actually both are true. Because yeah, he's on about blood a lot and he is the Count.
So you're a count.
I am the Count, yes.
What's it like?
It's fine. Although one does get the occasional burning desire to tear out the throat of people who ask too many questions. Do I have to draw you a picture?
Sounds cute. Maybe you could. Let's get. This is why I couldn't be a detective with someone like this, because I'd be making wisecracks that aren't even that funny.
Do you know the Salaci Mausoleum
They'd
at
get
all?
annoyed and tear my throat out.
I'm aware of it. The Selaci family and the von Uberwalds do occasionally mix in polite society.
By polite society, you mean high society.
Well, certainly out of your reach.
Is there any chance you could show me around it?
Mr. Lewton, there is little chance that I will leave this room for you or anyone else, let alone travel halfway across town to give you a guided tour of a mausoleum. Also, I confess, it would bring back happy memories of when I was dating.
You took your dates to a mausoleum?
What's wrong with that?
Sometimes my dates lived in mausoleums.
You dated the dead?
Alright, there's something wrong with that.
The undead. They can be terrible bores sometimes, but most vampires are terribly well bred.
Okay, good stuff. Keep thumbing through. Do you know anything about the murders?
Do you know anything about the recent murders?
There are always murders in Uberwald.
Yeah, I need Uberwald Chief
I
for an
don't see why
Ankh-Morpork.
these should be any different.
I was talking about the murders here in Ankh-Morpork.
Mr. Lewton, I couldn't be less interested in the petty crimes of this wretched city.
He's not here because he wants to be, is he? Ankh-Morpork's quite a big, like, it's considered the destination on the Discworld if you want to get anything done, but he's just over it.
Tell me about Carlotta.
I find it impertinent that you should ask questions so boldly of me.
You'll live.
Ha!
It is fortunate that I find your manner amusing.
I guess this must be my lucky day.
Very well. Carlotta became a member of the family by marrying my son Ulrich, who is no longer with us.
I'm sorry.
Yes, he returned to Uberwald several years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was dead.
Oh, he is. And, alas, Carlotta is now part of my family, and I have a duty to protect her.
Why do you dislike her so much?
It is not something you should trouble yourself with.
This guy.
Do you know anyone named Therma?
These days, the only people I know are those who come to the mansion.
You're lying. He's lying to us right now.
What can you tell me about Mundy?
I'm afraid I can tell you nothing. But I would be interested in what you have to say about Monday.
I don't know him.
Carlotta says he's an ex-lover and she suspects him of cheating on her.
And you believed her?
Whether I believe her or not is immaterial. Do you know anything about the Milka?
I'm sorry, but I don't get out of the conservatory much.
You don't get to your wardrobe to put your trousers on either, apparently. I'm sorry, I'm not going to leave him alone about this. This is the invitation he sent me. I guess I can show it to him. No real
Carlotta
reason
sent
to.
me an invitation card.
My, what a fascinating thing to insert into an otherwise interesting conversation. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to glare at you until you change the subject.
Alright. You know what? I think we're done here.
I'll be back later.
I look forward to it.
Alright.
Now let's get this straight. We're looking for a troll named Therma.
As far as I know, yes, but she may be in here under the name Madame Lodestone.
Okay, then we can rule out the Fornix Sanguis Ceruleus.
What?
The Blue Blood Vault. We can probably eliminate the heroic decapitated war veterans vault. And the thoroughbred pet vault. Do you know what relation this troll had to the Selaci family?
Does there have to be one?
She wouldn't be buried here if she wasn't.
Well, your guess is as good as mine. It took Carlotta a while to work it out, but we eventually found a Madame Lodestone in the Fornix Famulus, the servitor's vault. Guess she used to keep the floors real clean or something.
I've never really noticed it before, but there's more dialogue than cutscenes, so they have to pause it at the end.
Here we are. Madame Lodestone.
There's an inscription. Madame Lodestone, singer and retainer of Lord Robert Salachi, taken from us when her house collapsed, returning her to the rubble from whence she came. Not much of an epitaph. Still, it's more than I expect mine will say. I'll probably end up with whatever's written on the cement bag round my feet.
Noting this down while we're kneeling in. I wonder how he writes it down in the rain. Oh no, she Batmaned us.
She disappeared without even a word. I couldn't work that woman out. Still, she'd found me the tomb, which left me trying to decide whether or not to tell Malachite.
Well, oh no, he's back.
There's an inscription. Madame...
Yeah, we did this. I didn't know you'd repeat it. How you feeling about this slab, Sonny Jim?
A heavy stone slab covered the tomb of Madame Lodestone, and presumably Therma's body was inside.
Alright, we're getting nothing done until we tell Malachite, so I guess we need to do that. I'm going to double click you out though, Lewton, because you are a sluggish little guy. Speaking of sluggish little guys, not you, Rodan, we're going to be talking to Malachite. Oh, it feels powerful double clicking your way around town like this.
Hello again, Malachite. No, don't say anything. I know how you'd love to talk, but I'd hate for you to wear out that...
You can't keep mouthing off to a troll like that. Therma, look at all these clues we crossed out. Yes, that feels good. That does feel good. Therma is buried in the mausoleum.
Well, I think I found Therma's body. It's in the Salachi mausoleum.
Need to see body.
Yeah, you mentioned.
Take me there.
Okay.
What a beautiful song.
Nice to see someone dealing with the grieving process at high speed. Cut straight to the acceptance. It saves a lot of time, doesn't it? I don't know why I bother sometimes. Not as if he's listening to me. Maybe it'd help if I hit him with something, like maybe a really heavy building.
Need to see body.
Of course you do.
Bit prejudiced against this troll, aren't you, Lewton?
Here's the tomb.
Need to see body.
Yeah, you did
Hey,
say.
it's going to be pretty ugly in there. I mean, she was crushed under a house. That'd mess up even a troll.
Need to see body.
Look how short Malachite's legs are. His little feet. Here he goes. He's giving it some thought.
Malachite pushed the slab off the tomb like he was opening a jam jar. Inside was some rubble that I assumed was Therma's body. Frankly, there wasn't much to go on. Trolls are rocks, and that's the whole story.
Not Therma. Keep looking.
Are you crazy? How could you tell?
Not Therma. Keep looking.
I was beginning to wonder if Malachite was mad. If he was, I could at least make use of it. Okay, I've got no soul. I must be a heel. All right, I'll keep looking. But I've got a problem. There's this building I need to get into, but I can't do it. I need a grappling iron. A grappling iron like the one you have. Look, I need to borrow your grappling iron. Do you understand?
Give you hook. You find Therma.
That's the deal. I couldn't help but wonder what it meant if that rubble wasn't Therma. Had Sapphire lied to me? I wouldn't be surprised. Frankly, I was more surprised by people telling me the truth than telling lies. Lies flow like water, but the truth burns. That's not a bad line. I better write that down. Malachite gave me the grapple and left the mausoleum without another word.
Grappling hook. So yeah, another big difference between this game and the other Discworld games is, well, not only is Lewton prepared to sort of use leverage against people, but he just doesn't like a lot of the people he mixes with, and not only that, a lot of the people he mixes with lie to you, so you'll follow a whole trail and then find out that you've been taken for a ride the whole time. Let's take a look at the rubble that is the body.
The rubble was definitely the body of a troll. But according to Malachite, it wasn't Therma's body.
Of course, they all look the same to me, so I wouldn't know.
I examined the body closely, but all I could see of interest were the troll's diamond teeth glinting at me.
Take one.
All my best instincts told me not to take the tooth, but I just ignored them.
There we go. Trolls on the Discworld have teeth made of diamonds. And that means that in the very, very rare circumstances in which a human has one over on a troll, it's 3 diamonds. How often are you getting 3 diamonds? Right. It's probably a bit of a crime to desecrate a body to pick up a diamond though, isn't it? Let's go back to the pier. I'm going to pop a save because we're making some progress. And I don't know how stable this version of the game is. Lewton is a grave. Let's just make the saves a list of his crimes. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, we're not talking to you. No one cares about you. There we go. Lewton, I'm going to need you to trudge all the way over here. Wait, actually, maybe there's a shortcut. Look, the icons in the inventory are so large, and they don't need to be, that we've got this, like this doesn't need to happen. Do you see what I mean? It feels a bit redundant. Whereas the notebook, you have to squint at it in the low res. Right. Oh, I thought it might skip to him just using it, but no, he's going to have to walk all the way over to use the grappling iron on the skylight. Okay, Lewton. I guess you have been doing some good work. You've earned this slow trudge. Probably got to conserve your energy for the actual climb. Yep, here he comes. This is Lewton, everybody. He's coming over right now, you see. Here he is, look. Doesn't he look good? There he comes, look. Look, he's really excited. He's going to be climbing a building. Lewton, you can do it, look. See that? That's physics right there. That's physics we had in the 90s.
The skylight sat on the roof, an inviting alternative entrance.
Open it up. We want answers.
The skylight was locked tight.
Then we're going to need to use a certain eternal key. There we go. Told you were a criminal. Well, it's dark, isn't it? I know it's a noir game, but you're supposed to have a bit of chiaroscuro going. Is it chiaroscuro? Is that term? Oh, it's even darker in here. Oh, my word. There we go. He's in here somewhere. I don't know if this is coming up on stream, but he is in here somewhere.
Breaking into the
there you go.
warehouse was easier than I thought, but then I was a natural pessimist. Living in Ankh-Morpork did that to a man. What little light there was in the warehouse was coming through the skylight.
Ah, the thunder.
Shadows played on the walls as I searched for something to help the case. I didn't know what I was looking for, but I was desperate enough that anything would do.
Mm-hmm. Right, let's take a look around. Crates.
The warehouse was full of crates. I wasn't surprised. That's what the warehouse was for, after all. None of the crates seemed to be of much interest, though.
Do I need to... Yes, I do. Look, I need to pixel hunt in a dark warehouse. Kind of outrageous.
It looked like a matchbook. Even my paranoid mind couldn't come up with a reason not to pick it up.
A clue. Beautiful. Now, does this remind us of anything? It does. We have a scrap of cardboard like this that was found where Mundy was seen, and we have a matchbook somewhere else that Mundy was seen because he broke into this warehouse. Why can't I bring this down? There we go. So if we connect them...
The scrap of cardboard I'd found on the Milka matched the torn matchbook exactly.
There we go. It's one of the few instances in this game where you have to combine items. And now we have irrefutable proof that Mundy was both on the ship, because that's where we found the number 9, and that he was here. And 9 Whalebone Lane is a location we know about
The
that we'll be looking
reconstructed
at in a
matchbook
moment.
clearly read 9 Whalebone Lane.
Right, do you leave via the skylight? One assumes so. Take your time, Luke. It's fine. Yeah, there's still half an hour of stream left, so we're all good. Yeah, how do I leave? There we go. Right, let's leave. No, I want to leave. I want to leave faster than this. Okay. I'm excited because we have some compelling evidence. Octarim Parrot. If we talk to Mankin... Oh, we're gonna... Sapphire's run away as well. Look,
I'm
Sapphire's
back,
gone.
so I can see.
Now, you can't really see it because of this window, but can you see behind Mankin? If I take this
Do you know
out, it
what
might
this
work.
is? It's a matchbook.
9 Whalebone
Any
Lane.
reason it might have the address of the parrot written on the back. None
It's
that has
above
anything
your
to do
head,
with me.
Mankin. It's over.
I knew he was
Confess.
hiding something. The question was, how could I get it out of him? I'm against unnecessary violence. Besides, these skinny types can be tougher than they look.
Lies!
So you don't know Mundy? I've already told you that I don't. And this matchbook means nothing to you. You practice to become this irritating. Well, I'm confused. You see, this is Mundy's handwriting on the matchbook, and this is your address he wrote. Shall I tell you what I think? I don't think I have that much choice. I think Mundy is here, but he told you not to tell anyone that he's here. You're just making it up as you go along. Well, I could always go and fetch the watch. I heard they were looking for Mundy too, and if he's not here, you wouldn't have to worry about being charged with hiding a known fugitive. They can get so impatient. Mundy's not a fugitive. How would you know? You little... All right, you win. He's upstairs. But don't tell him I told you.
We found Mundy.
I wouldn't dream of ruining your reputation in
Mundy.
high society.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We have found Mundy.
Until
We've got the
later,
evidence. Let's head upstairs. We're going to confront Mundy at last. Dan, thank you for joining us. We're just about to make a breakthrough.
I'd gone to a lot of trouble to find Mundy, and now the goal was in reach. It seemed like an anticlimax. I couldn't quite see what Mundy was doing when I entered his room, and seconds later I couldn't see anything at all. The last thing I saw as I passed out of consciousness was the floor rushing up to meet me.
Well, shit. And here we are in Act 2. We find Mundy, and he's murdered as soon as we find him.
By the time I came around, the watch had arrived.
He's gone to
I
bed,
must
don't
have
blame
been
him.
unconscious for hours, maybe days. I thought no one could feel as bad as I did, until I saw Mundy. His feet were bound and his eyes had been gouged out. Either he died of massive blood loss, or he'd spilt an awful lot of red wine. It wasn't going to be a good day, I decided.
Going somewhere, Lewton? You don't leave until we've finished with you.
You know where my office is. If you want an interview, you can find me there.
I consider you to be the prime suspect in this investigation.
You've got to be kidding.
I've never been more serious.
Never? What do you want with me? I was unconscious throughout the whole incident.
We only have your word for that. You could have killed Mundy and then knocked yourself unconscious.
With what? Your wedding. You were pretty serious then. What?
Yes, Nobby. Now shut up.
Will you explain what you think I did?
You came in, mutilated Mundy, and then knocked yourself unconscious.
Is that all? There's your promotion, too. You were really serious then.
Nobby, you've made your point, thank you. Shut up.
How did I knock myself unconscious?
I don't know yet. But you're not a complete fool, Lewton. You'd have found a way.
Do you have any evidence against me, or is this just part of your ongoing campaign of victimization? It's just, you're always kind of serious.
You were present at the time of the murder. Your rope was used in the murder.
My rope? The murderer steals from me, and suddenly I'm guilty of murder? It's not a bad thing. I mean, you're the commander of the watch, and that's a serious job.
Then there's the victim's message.
Azil? How does that incriminate me?
It ends in L-E. He could have been trying to write Lewton. He could
Speculation.
have died before he could finish.
He could have been trying to write lemon. And what is Azzy supposed to mean? I was only trying to help.
For all we know, Azzy might mean it was in Mundy's own language.
For all we know, Azil might mean, help, someone has gouged my eyes out. You're just guessing. There must be other suspects.
The landlord says no one went upstairs after you.
The landlord's a known
The
liar.
landlord, for all you know.
Mankin? He's not the type. Anyway, he reported the incident to us.
Oh, which a
Listen,
murderer never does.
You've got nothing on me, and unless you're going to arrest me, I'm going to leave.
I'm keeping an eye on you, Lewton. Consider yourself a suspect for all the counterweight killings. If you're in any way involved, I'll find out. Don't leave town, Lewton.
He's really got it in for me, hasn't he? He's not a bad person, Lewton. He's just a bit... psychotic? Obsessed? Judgmental? I was going to say overworked, but I've changed my mind. What's this about counterweight killings? Well, and this is in the strictest confidence, I won't tell anyone who doesn't talk to me. The murders have all been a bit, well, odd, redualistic. What? They are involved with a revival of philosophical principles concerning the division of reality into two independent forces, mind and matter? No. Redualistic. Like what cults do. Reduals. Ritualistic. I see. Like someone was trying to make a point. Yeah. One of the patrician's clerks was killed the other day. Very suspicious. Why the counterweight killings? I'd better not discuss that. Gotta go. See you later, Lewton. A lot later will do.
So now all the murders that are happening around town have got a name. And we've somehow become embroiled in them because we were there when one of them happened. It's the guy we were looking for. Oh no, my hook. Well, here I am. He gets up quick, doesn't he? Wish I could get up that quick. Let's look at the bed. Let's go back to bed. Let's just stop
The
all this
bed
now.
looked neither comfortable nor inviting.
As Rincewind would put it, let's just stop all this now.
It hardly seemed worth searching the bed. The watch had already searched it, and frankly, it was a pretty nasty bed.
Alright. Muddy's boots.
Mundy's killer had tied his legs together with my rope. It
Rude.
was bad enough that he stole my rope, without implicating me in a gruesome murder at the same time. Nothing. There should have been something in the boots, only there wasn't. I was pretty sure that the watch didn't search them, and that didn't leave many options.
Damn it. I'm trying to mouse over where we've been pixel hunted against before. Can I get my rope back? I can't have an adventure game with no rope. Lewton, you can see it from there. You don't have to do the song and dance.
Either the killer or Mundy had written Azil on the wall in blood. Mundy's blood, presumably. I had no idea what it meant.
I'm going to note it down.
If I had an iconograph, I could have taken a picture of the message. But I didn't have one. And even if I did, there didn't seem much point. I didn't want to become too reliant on technology.
I didn't notice that till we did all the games back to back, but he calls it an iconograph, and in the other Discworld games they just call it a camera.
Looking closely at the frayed rope hanging from the rafters, I knew that Mundy had been tied up by the legs and then hung from the ceiling. I didn't know why. Frankly, I wondered if I really wanted to know why. Something very strange was going on.
Grab the rope, grab the rope. It's an adventure game, I need it.
I didn't want to tamper with the evidence.
I mean, you're doing it
Besides,
right now, but
there wasn't
okay.
enough rope there to do me any good.
Okay. Poor Mundy.
Mundy's corpse wasn't very attractive. I wasn't looking forward to telling Carlotta how Mundy died.
Ooh.
There was nothing on Mundy's body worth taking.
So he was travelling light. But we got knocked out when we saw him, so whoever did it went upstairs behind us, which means Mankin was lying unless Mankin did it. This is very suspicious. Right, Mankin, I'd like a word with you. I'd like several, actually, but we're going to save the game first. Lewton, we're chronicling his crimes, aren't we? But let's be sensible about it. There we go. Right, Mankin, I want answers.
How does it feel to be a suspect, Mankin?
Yeah,
What?
Mankin.
You're an obvious choice of suspect because you called the watch.
Yeah, Mankin.
You were the first on the scene.
Yeah,
Round
Mankin.
here, that means it's practically a closed case.
Yeah,
I don't see why.
Mankin.
You were there when I got there. I was unconscious.
Yeah, Mankin.
Well, I heard a commotion. That's what made me check it out in the first place. Maybe Mundy managed to knock you out before he died. While he was tied and blind.
Yeah, Mankin.
Perhaps he said a particularly offensive word and I fainted.
Yeah,
But I happen to
Mankin.
know that the watch consider you a suspect. Well, don't forget that I know something that they don't. That you're a liar and you can't be trusted. Just because you can't trust me doesn't mean no one can trust me.
Yeah, Mankin. Wait, hang on.
So how do you think having a murder in one of your rooms is going to affect business? Pull in the goth crowd, do you think? Shut up, Lewton. I don't feel like engaging in small talk. Not with you, anyway.
Now look here. You know we are not... Oh, look. It's trimmed down our inventory, proper adventure game style. One of the few Discworld games to do it. Right, just talk to me about the murder. What were you doing?
So why did you kill Mundy?
Yeah,
What?
Mankin.
I didn't lay a finger on him. You gotta be crazy. Do you have any idea how bad all this is for business? Why would I cause
Yeah,
all this?
Mankin.
I'd have to be crazy. Vimes told me that you're a suspect. Yeah. Of course I'm a suspect. I'm half elf. We're always a suspect. No one trusts us. Does the word Azil mean anything to you? Leave me alone, Lewton.
Ugh.
I found some frayed rope in the rafters of the room where Mundy was killed. Congratulations. What's that got to do with me? I was hoping you could tell me. You're optimistic. Not at all. I figure you'd like me to stop asking you questions. It wouldn't be my first wish, but it'd be in my top 10. Tell me about the rope. Why don't you tell me about the rope?
Yeah,
You
Mankin.
found it,
Wait,
not
hang on.
me. Mencken wasn't going to risk incriminating himself under any circumstances. Once again, I'd have to worm it out of him.
God, this guy. So we've got to confront him with more evidence again. We've crossed out a lot of clues, haven't we? Because we are, believe it or not, making progress. The counterweight killings.
Have you heard of the counterweight killings? You mean, have I heard that there's an unstoppable assassin from the counterweight continent in Ankh-Morpork, and he's slaying everyone and everything that gets in his way? If you like. Haven't heard a thing. I need to speak with Sapphire. Try and imagine how much I care. Look, is she here or not? She's in her dressing room.
Yeah, Mankin. We're going to be talking to Sapphire now. Do you know about the Count?
Do you know anything about Count von Uberwald? I know a lot of people. That doesn't mean I want to talk about them with you.
Yeah, Mankin. Hang on. Huh, why has he noted that down twice? Oh, I see, because he's got like a page for each person now. I think we're done here for now, but we'll be
That's
back.
all for now. Always a pleasure.
Dressing room. Well, I'm double clicking. I'm not having you walk all the way over there. Sapphire,
It's
hello.
really impolite to walk into a room without knocking. But who knows what you miss out on when you take the time to knock. Sapphire had a pile of money in her room, and I was glad I hadn't given her an opportunity to hide it.
Oh, he's coming right over. He's having none of it.
Lewton,
Hello?
You startled me. Didn't Mother tell you not to walk into rooms unannounced?
Yeah,
Mother
Mankin.
told me to walk into rooms with a crossbow. She was a sensible woman.
What you want?
That's quite a lot of money you've got.
What? Oh, yeah. Money. Yeah.
Where'd you get it, Sapphire?
Oh, that. Well, see, I won it.
Won it?
Yes. At casino.
Which one?
Saturnalia. Sapphire go there often.
Really? Is it a good casino?
Oh, yeah.
Is
Good
there such a
at
thing as a good
casino,
casino?
Gat. You should go, Lewton.
Maybe I will.
Ooh, new location. Something Lola and I have in common is that we don't understand the appeal of gambling. It does seem to be very exciting, but anytime we try gambling, we lose almost immediately. and we're just like, oh, it's not very fun, and then we don't try again. I think it seems to appeal to a very persistent kind of mindset. It's like, oh, I bet if I do something different, I'll win this time. But we're just like, no, I did the scratch card, nothing happened. I think the only time I got into scratch cards is once I got two at once and both of them won, and I made like £25, and I was like, oh, maybe there's something to this. But ever since then, it's been a complete waste of time.
So, how have things been?
Things way they always been. Slow, dull,
But you've kept yourself amused, haven't you?
don't know what you mean.
Liar! Liar! Dan in chat is saying, the best thing about gambling is that you can report any gambling adverts which appear on YouTube, which is apparently against their terms of service, and it skips the entire ad roll. Haha, no way. And Cuppa Joe's saying it's the dopamine and adrenaline hits. Yeah, that's kind of it. That's I mean, you're a bit young to know that, but but yeah, that's how it works for gambling for sure. And now Aquila is saying I think the appeal is you get to go, let's go gambling before you do it. Oh yeah, and kind of get dressed up all fancy, and it's very high society kind of outlook that they have, isn't it? Right, shall we lean right in on Sapphire? Why'd you lie?
You lied to me, Sapphire. Strung me along with that Madame Lodestone story.
What? No. Sapphire told truth.
The trawl in Madame Lodestone's grave wasn't Therma.
How you tell?
Malachite told me.
Yeah.
Trust him?
Yes,
He's
Sapphire.
too stupid
Yeah,
to lie.
mankin.
And you're too smart not to.
Sapphire not smart. Big dumb troll, like all the other trolls.
Don't play games, Sapphire. I know you're smarter than the average troll, although I could say the same about some mushrooms.
Lewton, that's
Look,
racist.
Sapphire don't know why someone would switch bodies. Sapphire just trying to help.
She was lying to me. I could feel it. She was obviously hiding something, but it was apparent I needed to know more if I was going to worm it out of her.
So this starts happening a lot in Discworld Noir now. People start actively lying to us, and you can't get any information out of it until you prove they're lying. Sort of an Ace Attorney twist on the whole thing. Cuppa Joe in chat is admitting he knows about gambling because of Apex Legends, which makes sense. I'm glad that we're giving kids stuff like that. And no, I think it's fun if you know what you're doing in games like that. And Dan is clarifying, used to drink in a casino back in hometown. The drinks were heavily subsidized, but they banned me when they realized I wasn't gambling. Are you just here spending money on purpose on alcohol? That's outrageous. Get out.
So, you won this money at the races.
No, not at races. At casino.
Oh, yeah, that's right. At the casino.
Right, what else can we question you about while you're sitting here? The Count? I don't think she knows the Count. Why did you write the Count twice, Lewton? That's very redundant of you. Malachite?
Thanks for telling me where to find Malachite.
No, we've just been civil to each other.
Can't a girl help out friends?
Am I your friend?
We see, honey. We see. Everyone needs friends.
Dan's kind of clarifying if you gamble, you're probably worth more to a casino than someone who just goes there to have a drink, which I guess makes sense. But the drinks are a consistent income. I don't know. I guess that's kind of my risk appetite right there. I'm not even thinking like a gambler in saying that. I'd sooner have someone coming in and drinking if I ran a casino. Oh, Sapphire, what do you know about the murder?
How does it feel
Was
to
it
be
you?
working underneath where Mundy was horrifically murdered?
Confess!
People die, honey. It happens.
Do you know anything about Mundy's death?
Confess!
Sapphire know that you
You're
prime
right.
suspect.
Word
Yeah, Lola's
travels
having
fast,
to run
doesn't
around with the
it?
dogs. They're getting very
Small
needy in the
town,
sunshine.
Lewton.
It's not so small. Anyway, gossip spreads faster the more people there are to hear it. It's funny that way.
It's also getting close to their mealtime, so they're getting agitated. The house always wins, Cuppa Joe says, which is very true.
You heard of the counterweight killings?
The dogs are going out in the sunshine with Lola.
Yeah?
Could go one
What
of
do you
two
know
ways.
about them?
Sapphire know they called counterweight killing. Sapphire know people kill. That all Sapphire know.
Dan is saying in chat, the real fun has technically banned me from all of the casinos up and down the country, so it must have been a chain. I should learn to count cards so I have a more respectable reason to be banned from an entire casino chain. A more reasonable reason than wanting to go in and have a drink. I don't know if it came up on mic, but the dogs went out and just barked. That's just what they like to do on sunny days, just go outside and be... Yeah, they like to race outside and then bark and be like, I hope you're all behaving out here. Alright then.
What do you know about a dwarf named Alkali?
You must think I know whole town.
Well, you're up to something, Sapphire, so why wouldn't you? Right. I think we need more evidence to really press on Sapphire a bit more. Oh, God.
I found some frayed rope near Mundy's body. Any idea what it means?
Wouldn't know anything about that.
What about this?
Does the word Azil mean anything to you?
You ask too many questions.
Yeah, I think Sapphire's mainly here so we can lean on her. Should we show that we've got a troll's tooth in our pocket? Sure, that will go down well.
I'll be back.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, but I mean it, because I'm going to expose you for the liar you are, Sapphire. Oh, look at him trudging. I'm not having this. So forth. Dr. Joe saying in Japan, gambling, they have pachinko machines as a loophole. Oh, is it a loophole with pachinko? Because I know about pachinko, and I know it's very popular. So it counts as gambling, but not. Speaking of gambling, here's the Saturnalia Casino. We can head straight there. But I guess we should report to Carlotta that... her lover is dead. She might want to know.
Returned.
Sir has.
Who would Sir like to see?
Gonna see Carlotta, please.
Is Carlotta home?
Alas, no.
Hello,
What
Lola.
a shame that Sir's
Lumbo
trip
says
has
he lives
been
outside
wasted.
now.
Perhaps
see.
Sir would like to leave now.
Tell her
So
I
I've left him
called
out there for a
by.
bit.
Why, my loins stir at the very thought of serving you in this way, sir.
Oh my goodness. I guess we can tell the Count that Mundy
Is
died
the
at
Count
least.
receiving guests?
No, but he will see you.
Ah, Lewton. I was hoping you would drop by.
You don't sound so good, Count.
I am not the man I used to be, that is
No.
certain. Past my prime, you might say.
Little bit.
Yes, past my prime.
I could come back later if you want.
No.
Maybe later
there
after you
is
put
no
some trousers on?
guarantee that I will be getting any better. If anything, I might be worse.
Your health?
We are both men of the world, Mr. Lewton. I will not mince words with you. I am dying. I might last another year or so, or I might not last the week. And to think I thought Ankh more pork would be good for my health.
Not too many people would believe you, certainly.
Let us dispense with the pleasantries and get straight to business. Yes?
Yes.
Straight to business.
Well, we have some bad news for you. Cuppa Joe in chat is clarifying pachinko works because you win the balls that have monetary value, not money itself. Very clever. That is very clever.
Do you know anything about the murder of a man named Mundy?
Mr. Lewton,
Oh,
I couldn't be
that's
less
cold,
interested
Count.
in the petty crimes of this wretched city.
Count, your daughter-in-law's lover was just murdered like a few hours ago.
Does the word Azil mean anything to you?
Yes, yes, I remember Azil. Azil, the mad Ascari of the great Nef. He rose to power before even the light dams of Sorka were completed. I remember he used to punish his detractors by burying them upside down in the sand. Do you know, I think he honestly believed they might grow into trees. He was quite mad, you know. Quite mad.
How long ago was this?
Oh, I don't know. A couple of 100 years ago, at least.
You seem to remember it like yesterday.
I am an old man. My memory plays tricks.
Okay. Alright, Carter. Yeah, we don't have anything else to tell you. If you're not interested in the crimes of the Mundy's murder, I guess we're done here.
I'll be back later.
I look forward to it.
Carlotta is out. I guess we're heading out. Bye-bye, butler. And we were gonna go to the casino.
Saturnalia was almost legendary. The upmarket casino was situated on the King's Way and was frequented by the rich members of Ankh's high society and hopeful social climbers from Morpork. It was a temple to pride, greed, and avarice. And like any temple, anyone with money was welcome.
And here we are. It's the Ankh again. Oh, you're going to trudge all the way over to it to look at it. Surely you can see it from there, Lewton. Nope, you're going to be walking all the way over like so. Yep, off he goes then. Off he goes. You can tell it's a 90s game because this shadow only moves in one direction even as he moves past sources
Probably
of light.
the only river in the universe on which you could chalk the outline of a corpse.
Okay, in we go. Quickly. There we go.
The last person I wanted to see was Death himself, waiting to take me to whatever hell awaits a failure like me. But after Death, Ilsa was a close second. My eyes were drawn to her the moment I entered the room, and I decided then and there that I wasn't going to talk to her. The next thing I remember, I was talking to her.
Hello, Lewton. Still mad at me?
As soon as I learn how to offer forgiveness, you'll be the first one to receive it.
This is my companion, Two Conkers.
Pleased to be meeting you. You are Remora Salachi.
Not the last time I checked.
This is Lewton. He's an old friend of mine.
Why did he think I was Remora Salachi?
We're supposed to be meeting him here.
What do you want with an assassin like Remora?
What are you talking about?
I looked around to see Remora drawing a weapon. Assassins are damn good at what they do, but they're not allowed to kill innocent bystanders. I didn't know if it was bravery or stupidity, but I decided to stand between Remora and his target. Interrupting an assassin while he was working was a risky business, so I decided to ambush Remora with the old only answer questions with questions routine. Why did you try to kill that woman?
Why does any assassin try to kill someone?
Who put a contract out on Ilsa?
Don't you know better than to interfere in official guild business?
Why would anyone want to kill Ilsa?
Do you expect me to discuss a confidential case with you?
What do you want from me, Remora?
A swift death and a cheap funeral.
Ha! You lose. That wasn't a question, that was a statement.
Ha-ha.
You're getting sloppy.
You're lucky we're only allowed to kill for money, because I'd take you out for free, Lewton.
We've made a powerful enemy now.
I'd managed to embarrass Remora in front of a crowd of social notables, and that was bad news. It was bad enough that I had the watch breathing down my neck without the Assassin's Guild baying for my blood. Fortunately, there was nothing they could do to me unless someone paid for a contract on me. Actually, that wasn't strictly true. They could tie me up and torture me for days if they wanted to, just as long as I didn't die. It wasn't a comforting thought.
Who was the woman?
Carlotta, what are you doing here?
I like to take risks. Isn't that what life is for?
I've taken enough risks to last a lifetime.
You didn't answer my question, you know. Who was the woman?
Ilsa, why do you want to know? Jealous? Afraid you might have a rival?
All women are rivals, Lewton.
She's not important.
I see. If you decide to be honest with me, I'll be around.
It was the most unsettled I'd seen Carlotta get. I guess there was a heart in that cold chest after all.
So Carlotta is here all along, just as an assassin vanishes and tries to kill the ex. Now Akilo is saying all women are rivals like a battle royale. Yeah, I guess even Carlotta doesn't have a sensible outlook on women. We do need to tell her about the murder. Let's go back.
The woman's name is Ilsa.
Probably
She
going to be
and
the
I
final
used to be
thing for
close.
today.
It's over.
Why are you telling me this?
I thought you might want to know.
How is the case going?
Badly. Mundy's dead.
Dead?
Yeah, dead. Murdered. And not a pretty sight. I'm sorry.
Don't be. I'll survive. You could have chosen a nicer way to tell me.
I
Fair.
thought you might appreciate me getting straight to the point. Do you want me to stay on the case?
Is there still a case?
I thought perhaps you might like to know who killed Mundy and why.
Or maybe payment.
Yes, I owe him that. You can continue with the case, Lewton.
Oof, okay. Any payment coming our way?
Do you want to know what happened with Mundy?
That's what I'm paying you for, isn't it?
Is it? I'm starting to wonder.
Don't you like me, Lewton?
What's not to like? You're a woman like any other.
Do you
Lewton,
look down on
please.
all women, or just the ones you know?
I have plenty of distaste to go around.
Well, distaste is the operative word. Let's just get into this, I think.
Do you want to hear about Mundy's death?
I'm not that kind of
He's
ghoul.
so
I
urgent
never
to
said
tell
you
her.
were. I just thought you might like to know.
I don't need the details.
Where you getting them?
Did you kill Mundy?
Straight
What?
into it.
What do you think I am, Lewton?
It's got nothing to do with what I think of you, Carlotta. But the Watch are investigating, and if they find out about your connection with Mundy, you're bound to be a suspect.
So why are you asking me if I did it?
Let's just call it professional curiosity.
If I had done it, would you turn me in?
That depends
On what?
on why you did it.
You don't strike me as a moralist, Lewton.
I'm a simple man, Carlotta. I have simple ideas of what's right and what's wrong. The trouble is, things are seldom that simple. It's always somewhere in the middle ground. I try not to jump to conclusions.
Really?
In my line of work, that can get you killed.
That must be a tremendous incentive to think everything through.
I do my best. You still haven't answered my question.
I didn't kill
Yeah,
him,
Mankin.
Lewton, if that's what you really want to know.
Do you have an alibi? I told her when the murder took place and asked her if she had an alibi. I wasn't surprised when she did.
You just
Frankly,
verbally described
I
that
would
out
like
loud
it
to
as
her.
said any day and any time, and she'd have had an alibi. She was that kind of woman.
There
But
are
you're doing your
witnesses
talking
who can
animation, you're saying that to
corroborate
her.
where I was.
And where were you?
I was in the Temple of Small Gods.
Spend a lot of time on your knees, do you, sister?
We all need a little absolution.
For your sins?
Everything I do is a sin in someone's eyes.
Another new location. The city's really opening up now. Right. It's really not kind, but we're going to get into some nitty gritty with you right now. As soon as I find the right page in my little book of my little book of knowledge and wisdom and vendettas and things. Lewton just goes around town noting things down about people like, yeah, I don't like that you did this. Now I'm going the wrong way, which is also not helpful. Because I'm trying to find the page where it goes into the details about how he was killed. And that's how we're going to cap the stream. But, oh, these pages. Yeah, I know about the murders. I'm looking for Mundy's murder specifically. We know about Carlotta because we're speaking to her right now. Right, here we go.
I found some frayed rope near Mundy's body. Any idea what it means?
Be careful, Lewton. I don't appreciate people wasting my time.
You asked me to investigate his death. We had this conversation 2 minutes ago.
Does Azil mean anything to you?
Azil? Wasn't he a madman from the Great Neff? Some kind of religious maniac?
Go on.
That's it. That's all I can remember.
Well, aren't we useful? Right. We're not done with you, but we are done with you for
I've got
this
things to
stream.
do. I'll see you around, Carlotta.
So, on Wednesday evenings, what's likely going to be happening if all goes well is I'm going to be dabbling in all the stuff that I would usually have been doing kind of as random experiments. I've decided to sort of structure it into Wednesday evenings. As part of that, we're returning to Overblood 2 this evening between about 7 and half 8 UK time, so 2 hours from now I'll be streaming again. And next Wednesday, depending what's what, we'll either return to Overblood 2 again or do something else. Haven't decided yet. We will clear that up as we go. In the meantime, thank you very much indeed for tuning in. It does always mean a lot that you all decide to spend time with me as you do. We'll be making sure you're passed along somewhere pretty cool if we can at all do it. And in the interim, we're going to be... Actually, yeah, I'm going to save that for the evening. Sorry. Speaking as I find, we're going to be tuning out for now. We'll be back in 2 hours with Overblood 2. And I hope to see you there. Thanks for now.